That's a wide body.
Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolina's Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. All right, and as you see in the title, well, my little clip right here, is this a must-win in the A for the Carolina Panthers against the Atlanta Falcons? Okay, so the Panthers are coming off what was probably one of the most recent, more embarrassing losses in recent Panther history. Okay, in my opinion. The way we went out there, the way we looked against Atlanta, the way we did not execute, on the offensive side of the ball, couple mishaps on the defensive side of the ball, but in general, a very poor showing for the Carolina Panthers as a whole. Okay. Me personally, I thought that was a game that the Panthers really, really, really needed to win to continue the momentum that they had from Green Bay and also carry that momentum, into Atlanta, because we did skunk Atlanta 30-0 earlier in the season, week 3 at home in Carolina. So these boys down in the A, they want to get some get back. Okay, they're gonna be hyped up. They probably been talking about it all week. Can't wait for them Carolina Panthers. They embarrassed us. We're gonna get out. We're gonna get our get back this Sunday. Okay, so this is and like I tried to tell everybody, last week, even with the Saints game, now mind you, I thought we were going to win, but at the same time, you got to make sure that you're prepared, because it's any given week in the NFL. Any given week, anything can happen, and it happened last week. Now, mind you, I would never say that every game is an absolute guaranteed, win or whatever, but I did not expect last week to happen the way it happened. Okay. And I need the Panthers to be able to put that to the side and focus on the Atlanta Falcons. All right. So, joining me as always for the previews is my big cousin. All right. The Couch Scout extraordinaire himself. Everybody, let's welcome to the stage, Blue Velvet. What's going on, cuz?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Hold on, wait a minute,
What's
wait a
happening,
minute.
cuz?
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to start off first by saying God is good
All the
and
time.
keep pounding.
Yes, sir. All right. Cuz what you what you think the most pressing thing is for the Panthers to be ready for Atlanta tomorrow?
I got two. Don't turn the ball over. Win the
Facts.
turnover battle
Mm-hmm.
and establish some type of passing game.
Facts.
I
Okay.
don't care if it's a short, intermediate, or deep ball, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to show them that you are willing to throw the ball.
Okay.
You have to show Atlanta that
Facts.
you are willing to throw the ball. Yeah.
All right. Bet. Okay, cool beans. Hey, and if one thing I wanted to say, if y'all been watching the channel this week, you have noticed that brother Wiley, from Panthers Germany podcast, he has been streaming to my YouTube channel as well. So y'all can expect to see that from here on out. So shout out to brother Wiley. Okay, now mind you, I just want to let everybody know it's Wiley's show. Okay, you can, and please make sure, if you're watching over here on Carolina's Armchair GM channel, make sure you go over to Panthers Germany podcast and subscribe to him. Okay. Like I said, this is Wiley's show, but I'm just trying to help spread the word, trying to help get him out here. And we trying to, get a campaign going to get Wiley to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So just let everybody know, if y'all see Panthers Germany podcast broadcasting on this channel throughout the week, make sure you watch, make sure you go over to Panthers Germany podcast, like and subscribe, okay, and help Wiley out. And we're gonna make sure we get Wiley on the fast track to get to 1,000 subs. All right. So
On the
shout out to Mr.
on the
Wiley.
armchair GM network.
Yeah, we ain't gonna call it network just yet, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
I'll do that for you. Don't worry about it. I'll do it for you.
All right,
Don't worry.
I got you. Hey, and again, everybody that's already watching, okay, as you're coming in, I just want to say thank you. And also, as you're coming in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, okay? I'm still on my way to my goal of 2,000 subscribers, all right? So I appreciate all the love and support. Speaking of love and support, I also wanted to shout out to all of the oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me again. My bad, y'all. um my uh
So we get a shout out to the front office members. We want to thank everybody to continue to support CJ. If you're new, welcome. We thank you. And if you've been here from day one, we want to say thank you and welcome as well. You all right, cuz?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, y'all- ugh. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry. Okay.
No, you good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that for a second. I'm so sorry. All right, cool. Okay. So let me go and see some of the people that we have in here. All right. What's going on? Said we live to all the
We live.
oh, we live to all the chair
All
time.
hail
What
the
is it?
chair. All
Oh,
hail the
gotcha.
chair.
Gotcha.
What's
Oh, it
up,
said
Poppy?
this. It said, yeah, this is a must win. Yeah, I agree. This is definitely a must win game for the Panthers. Like really. Yeah. B Amos, what's going on? Said, what's up, CJ and Tom? How you doing, bud? It said, man, CJ
What up, B. Amos?
about to scare me. Yeah, man, I'm all right. I had yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I had a minute, kind of I don't know. Like, yeah. I
Yeah,
just
it
had a
don't matter.
second. Yeah. My I'm sorry.
No,
I'm okay, y'all. But I just I like I had to burp or something, and then it made me feel weird in my head. So that's why I was doing that. But
okay,
yeah, man.
cool.
Okay. But yeah, I'm good now.
All right.
He said, take your time, brother. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna try to take too much time. But yeah, I'm good. I appreciate y'all. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay. All right. So now this game with Atlanta, um, now I do believe that this is going to be a must win for the Panthers in my book. Okay. I do believe this is
All
going to
right.
be a must win because we got the Falcons this week, and then we got to go to the 49ers, which is going to be on Monday Night Football.
Prime time.
Okay, prime time. Then after that, then the Rams, are coming to Charlotte. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So it's the Rams. Then I think we got to go to Atlanta. Then it is not Atlanta, but New Orleans. Then we got the
Yeah.
Saints, and then we gonna have uh the Buccaneers. I think it's like the Buccaneers at home. Then I think we go Atlanta, not Atlanta, Buccaneers, the Seahawks, and then the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken, the last 3 games of the season. You know what I mean? So we really need to go down to Atlanta and win this game. We really need. Okay. One thing I
Absolutely.
don't want to happen is we already went to we won we were 5-5 kind of beginning of the season or halfway through the season. I would hate for us not to win any more games for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? I hate for us to end up
Yeah,
still with
that would
5 wins.
that would suck.
That would definitely suck.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, cool beans. All right, cuz. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so all right, fantasy football. All right, so the lead that I got going on. All right, so I lost this week to 1-1. All right, but the good thing is House Nicholas lost as well, so we're still tied at 7-3. BBL giver, oh okay, is climbing about to join us, 6-4. All right, you got Low Country 5-5. Let me see, Famous 1-1, and then you have Panther Dog. Let me see, FPFO Dylan. And my good buddy Pound Town Power Rangers. 4-6, and you got Bryce's right at 3-7. Okay, so I appreciate everybody who is joining the fantasy football league with me. All right. So, and we'll see how it goes next week.
B
All right.
B Amos say he fighting his way back up there. Which one is
I
B
see.
Amos?
BBL, is it BBL Giver? That's you, ain't it, B Amos? Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. He right there. He right there. Man, let me say, when I say I had a rough week, fantasy football last week, a rough
Yeah.
week. I mean rough, except for one league. I did okay in one league. The rest of them, say it famous.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, gotcha,
famous. Oh, okay.
gotcha. Oh well, yeah, you still 5-5. You coming on up. You coming on up. I appreciate you, big
Yeah.
dog. I appreciate you. All right. Okay, injury report. All right. So we don't have anybody that's questionable for the game right now, but we do have two players out, Wallace and Ransom. Okay. Wallace is still out with the
Okay.
shoulder that he mentioned he hurt last week against the Saints. And Ransom, if I'm not mistaken, he had to have hand surgery earlier this week to get something removed, if I'm not mistaken. And so he's
Yeah,
going to be out.
he had a little small clean out procedure for something that's very minor. And Dave Canales said he didn't put him back on the field the following day because the wound was still fresh and he didn't want to risk
Mhm.
busting it open or whatever. So he said he was gonna put him back, put him out there Thursday or Friday to see how he looked and make that determination of whether he was gonna play Sunday. So I guess they already done ruled him out. So it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, cool beans. Well, so we got Ransom. What's his backup? Not his backup, but who else is getting there?
Demani
Richardson.
Richardson.
Demani
Yeah,
Richardson.
Demani
Okay.
Richardson.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll probably see a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked that we haven't seen a little bit more out of him, this whole season, but hey,
Man, what you talking about? Yeah.
yeah.
Shocked is an understatement.
Yeah. I really shocked we haven't seen more out of him, but it's what it is. I'm not the head coach. I'm not defense coordinator. Don't make those calls, but we are where we are right now. All right, so and then you see at the bottom, the guys on injured reserve, Jones and Brady Christensen. Okay, so hopefully that list doesn't get added to anytime soon. But we got two people out, and everybody else is good to go because oh goodness, what's Chuba Hubbard and what's the other running back name, Tony? I swear I forgot that damn quick.
Who?
Oh, the other running back. Damn, I swear I forgot his name
Rico
that fast.
Dowdle?
Rico Dowdle. Damn, boy, let me tell you, getting old sucks. But Rico Dowdle. Now he had 2 days of limited participation in practice, and I do believe he was a full participant yesterday in practice. So he is not on the list. He's good to go for this weekend as well, tomorrow as well. All right. Anything else, Tone, before we move on?
No, that's it. That Chandler Savala thing, uh, if he can stay healthy, man, he just needs to stay healthy and he needs to give consistent play. Because
Hey, not to cut you off, but I got a whole
Mhm.
slide on that. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right. All
whatever you're
right.
gonna say about Zavala, hold it for me for a little bit. I got a whole slide on that very subject. All right.
Got you. Got you.
All right. Okay, so what to expect, all right? And this is the Atlanta defense, all right? Total defense, they're ranked 10th, all right? And it was at one point the Atlanta's defense was ranked number 1 in the NFL, okay? They were ranked number 1 defense in the NFL. But that, if I'm not mistaken, that's when Atlanta was like 3-1. I think they had won the first 2 games of the season. The Panthers blew them out 30-0. Then I think they won the game after, and then I think they've been on a bit of a a slide ever since then. Okay, because if I'm not mistaken, they are 3-5 right now. All right, if
Right.
I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think they're about 3-5. Okay, so total defense, they're 10th. Pass defense, they're number one. Run defense, 29th. Scoring defense, 16th. Red zone, 25th. Third down, 19th. Okay. Now, mind you, I think what the Panthers need to do, all right, we have to get the run game going. Now, mind you, last week, the Saints passing defense wasn't all that great, but their run defense was down in the 20s. And we saw what happened last week. They had a game plan coming out and they executed it damn near to perfection. Because if I'm not mistaken, the Panthers only had about 60 something yards total. Okay, as far as the rushing game, I think what's his
Right.
name had on like 53
Rico?
yards rush. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Rico,
only had
yeah, he
like
only had like 53 yards.
yeah, he only had like 53 yards rushing. Okay, um, what's the man name? Oh goodness, I can't think of a man named running back for the Falcons.
Dijon Robinson,
No, no, no. For the Falcons, not Falcons, the Saints. Crap, I'm
Alvin
taking up
Kamara,
my
Alvin
Alvin
Kamara.
Kamara. Yeah, Alvin Kamara had about 38 yards rushing, and then somebody else behind him had a little bit less than that. I think they had over 100 yards for the game, total. Okay, but my thing
Yeah.
is this, will Canales and the offense adjust enough to, to be able to get out there? Because Atlanta's going to be looking at that game. All right, Atlanta's going to say, okay, bet. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna try some of these things that New Orleans did, right? Because the
Right.
thing is, New Orleans they didn't really blitz a whole lot. You know what I mean? A lot of those plays they rushed 4 players, but for whatever it is, whatever happened, the run game was just not there, not going on for the Panthers, at all. Okay, because this is one of them games. Now, like I said, they are first in pass defense, the Falcons. Okay. So my thing
Right.
is the Panthers are going to have to get that run game going. But if not, if this turns out to be like last week, Bryce Young in the passing game is going to go out there and have to do a lot more than they did last week. So, all right. So you got anything else? What are you looking at defense here? What do you think?
Well, that's the main thing. Um, they're very stingy in the pass defense, which their record, shows as far as not the record, but being number one in the league in pass defense. I mean, you can see that on the field. They do have a very aggressive front seven, which in some cases can throw your timing off when in the passing game and things like that that can benefit their defense. The cornerbacks and their safeties. They have two very
Mm,
good safeties. They got a very good corner and a very good slot corner. I think what's his name may be out for this game. D Alpha or Ashford, whatever his name is, number 20. Um, but I like I said, regardless of what, establish the running game, get back on track with the running game. To have the 29th ranked run defense. So we just have to get back to playing our brand of football, being aggressive, taking the fight to them, establishing ourselves, and taking those shots when needed, whether it's a short, intermediate, or a deep ball. Okay. We just have to take those shots. We have to show them that we're not scared to throw the ball, whether
mm,
they catch it, whether it's underthrown, overthrown. I don't care. Just put it up there. Just send the
mm-hmm.
signal. Let them know that we are willing to throw this ball deep. If you try to keep creeping up into the box or closer to the line of scrimmage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dink and
Mm-hmm.
dunk is I don't think it's really gonna work because they're gonna be sitting on that because they already feel like Bryce Young can't beat them with the arm or he won't go deep. So we just have to
Mm-hmm.
show them, yeah, we can go deep, and this is what we're gonna do. So we just had to
Facts.
come out with a more aggressive mindset on offense. And I hope them boys learn their lessons from last Sunday, whatever the talks and the conversations that was had during the week between player and coaches, or player and player. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
Hey, I just hope it becomes beneficial for the Panthers on the road in Atlanta, because they ain't no easy place to play, especially when it's
Nah.
Carolina and Atlanta.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. I just hope that I hope that the Atlanta being 29th against the run. I hope that that holds true. I hope that that continues, and I hope that we'll be able to get good results out of the run game. Hopefully, the play action pass will work. But yeah, and the thing is, and I hear a lot of people say, Bryce Young ain't got no arm. He can't throw it down the field. I'm not going to sit here and say that Bryce Young has a cannon for an arm. Everybody knows that. Okay. Everybody knows he doesn't, he cannot throw it, 60, 70 yards down the field like a Mahomes or a Josh Allen and things like that. Okay. But my thing is, he can throw the ball far enough down the field to stretch the field out. We've seen him do it, especially last year. Okay. And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is too, sometimes it's the play call. If you go back and look at a lot of these the all 22, and you go look at third down, and you'll go see two hitch routes and two out routes. You know what I mean? And it's
right,
like
right,
it's like, so he can't launch it down the field because he ain't got no options. You know what I mean? Everything is outside. Everything, they're standing there waiting for them to throw the ball, but you also got a defender standing right there, behind him as well. So I think it's I think it's a combination. Now, mind you, Bryce does have to start being a lot more accurate in hitting his players in stride. Okay, and not throwing it out of bounds, not throwing it behind him so much. Because I know, like with T Mac, he likes to throw it, likes for him to go up and jump and get the ball, but that shouldn't be it every time. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where T Mac
right.
is behind his defender. You need to get that ball out ahead of him and let him go up that way and get the ball and make potentially get some yards after the catch with that one. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
SC Pace 4, what's going on? So Bryce has to step up tomorrow. If he doesn't play at least adequate football, we aren't winning. We can't win every game running the ball 40 plus times. Hey, I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. T. Thompson, what's going on with you? I think Bryce turns the ball over 2 times this game. Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
There you
But
go. There you go.
yeah,
T.
I,
Thompson.
I'm I'm
Hey, right on
I
time.
mean, but Tone, can you really blame T. Thompson though? Can can
No,
can you
no,
can you yeah
no,
can you really
no,
blame him
no.
for thinking that way?
He ain't telling no lies. That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
said the very
exactly.
first thing when you asked me what
Yeah.
the two things Carolina need to do, I said number one, do not turn the ball over. Do not turn the
Mm-hmm.
ball over. So yeah, he has been I guess you could say a turnover machine. 11 interceptions. No, 7 interceptions. And I
Mm-hmm.
think like 4 fumbles, 11 total turnovers. So
Yeah.
you know, being in a hostile environment on the road against a divisional opponent, you can't afford those type of mistakes. You need to try your best to come out red hot. Now, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you got to come out on fire, on point, get the run
Mm-hmm.
game going. Don't just put up 7 points or 3 points on the first drive, and then the offense goes MIA for the rest of the game. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Facts. Red, what's up there, Blue Swarm? How you doing there, good buddy?
Yeah,
Hey, if it
yeah.
says, yo, so
Carolina
what do
Falcons
third
fan.
cousins? Yeah, Falcons Panthers rivalry Sunday on tap. Hey, look, and Red says, CJ, I hope you got your 2 chains ready. So if y'all don't know, me and Red have a bet this Sunday. Okay, so if the Panthers win, I'm going to use my 3D printer here, and I am going to make him a Falcons chain with Panthers colors. Okay, and he's going to have to get back, on here at some point and rock the chain. We got an hour limit. Okay, we got an hour limit. So, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mr. Two Teams. That's right. I forgot that. Red Swarms, 2 teams. But
Yeah.
yeah, but if the Falcons win, okay, I'm going to make the chain in Falcons colors, and I'm going to wear it, the next time I go live. Okay. Hey, and Red, if you're still watching this, boy, what I'm going to do is, if the Falcons win and I make that chain, holla at me, email me, because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mail you the chain so you can have it. All right. And yeah, because I can't keep that chain around here. I refuse. But yeah. So if the Falcons win, and I hope that's a big if. I really hope that's a big if. But if the Falcons win, I will wear it the next time we go live for at least an hour. But let me get your address and stuff. Just send me an email, and I will send that chain to you, after the game, or after I wear it for the
Yeah.
live. All right.
Send send your phone number in the email, Red. If you got WhatsApp. Send your phone number to CJ in the email. I need to holler at you.
Okay, bet. T. Thompson, obviously, I don't want Bryce to turn the ball over. He is just a reactive player and not a proactive player. I get you. I get you. I get you. Yeah, but I mean, and like I said, it's just uh, Bryce got a lot to go out there and prove, y'all. You know what I mean? But we'll get into that in another slide here in a second. All right, but we got you, T. Thompson. The Jadarius experience going on said it definitely got to score this game consistently. Yes, yes. It cannot be a game where, like Tony was saying, you go out there, you score on the first drive, and then it's just like, okay, all right, no, that's not going to be enough. We cannot have that happen. Popping with the two teams. Rest wants to shut up, Pop. Hold on. Jared said, "Please let us win. I don't want that for you, CJ." Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Let me tell you, Red Swarm is he's a crazy dude. Red Swarm is crazy. Swarm got a lot of stories. I got a lot of stories too. But Red Swarm is cool with me, dog. But yeah, I didn't want to bet no money, but I was like, you know what? I said, because I found a way to adjust printing the Panther logo, that my wife with Nella's Creations that she prints, so I found a different way to print that, and I was like, you know what? I was like, yeah, I said, let me get it Red Swarm this time, so we'll see. He said he does have WhatsApp, Tony. Okay, all right, I got you. I
No,
got you.
he called me Tiny. He called
Oh,
me
time.
he called me
Oh,
Tiny. Yeah.
oh, you know what? Red, that see there? Ain't no, you ain't have to do that. That's why we're gonna beat y'all. The Jadarius
Yeah.
experience. Hey man, thank you for becoming a member, man. I greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. And before, also with all the members out there, I appreciate everybody who is a member. Whether you're a co-GM member or whether you're a front office member, thank you for all the love and support. I appreciate you. I couldn't get this out early, but I'm gonna say it now. Thank you if you have been gifted a membership or you re-up with me every month. I greatly appreciate all the love and support. So thank you, and thank you again. All right. He said I
Yeah.
had to renew my shit. Hey, appreciate you, big dog. Thank you. Papa said, can y'all discuss why people are prematurely saying Excel is a bust? We'll get to that in a little bit. Let me put a star by this comment. We'll get in that in a little bit. All right. Let me see. Essie Pace said, never did I think I say I'm glad Zavala is starting,
It's
taking
like
him every day over slip and slide Corbett. Wow. You know what? I have a
we
slide
was just
dedicated
talking
to
about
that
that.
as well. Yep. I have a
Yeah.
slide dedicated to that as well. All right. Red Swarm says, at the Jadarius experience, I talk a lot of junk, but it's all good in sportsmanship. I got big respect and love for CJ and Tony. They're good brothers. I can tell them boys was raised right. I'm gonna have to call my mom and dad and tell them you said that. I appreciate that, Red. I appreciate that, man. That's all right. All right, cool beans. Tony, anything else on the
He he
defense or
he he
hmm?
he told half the truth in that first sentence he mentioned. He talked a
Oh.
lot of junk. He left something out. I'm gonna let him live right now.
Well, look, I can't say nothing. I talk shit all the time. I swear I do. You know, look, I'm making up for all the shy years I had earlier on in life where I just sat around and wouldn't say nothing to nobody. And when I found my
Nah.
opinion, now I can't cut that shit off.
Yeah, hey, ain't
But
nothing wrong with talking a little shit. You know, I'm always with it. I'm
yes,
with it.
sir.
That's what it's about. Talk a little
Yes,
shit, talk a
sir.
little junk, laugh,
Hmm.
joke. Yeah, it's
Yep.
it's it's the disrespect that I don't deal with.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you. Hey, but anything else about the defense before we move to the next one?
No, no sir, no sir.
All right, cool bean. Okay, what to expect from ATL's offense? All right, now mind you, now this has been a big drop since about what week 4, week 5, because at one point they had the number one defense in the NFL and the number two
And number,
offense.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they
They had the
did.
number one defense, number two offense, and even I think if they would have went out and done some more against us, they probably would have been 1-1. I think our game against them knocked their offense back ever so slightly, just a little bit. But as you see on here now, they're 16th in total offense, they're 16th in pass offense, 15th in the run offense, 15th. Okay,
Hmm.
even with Bijan and Algier in the backfield, they're 15th. Scoring, 27th. 27th in scoring.
Hmm.
Red zone, they're 17th. Third down, they are 29th. All
Yeah,
I can hope for, all I can hope for is that third down ranking of 29th continues against us, when we go down there and play them tomorrow. Okay? Because if it's been one thing about the Panthers defense, they have not been good on third down. Okay? If I'm not
at
mistaken, the
all.
Panthers are ranked probably about either 29th or 30th in third down defense. And the crazy
Yeah,
thing is, and it's just like, it's like first down, we get a stop, second down, we get a stop, third down. And like I always like to say, you'll see JC Horn up on the line of scrimmage, and then you'll see Mike Jones back in the damn bleachers. He'll be in the parking lot. And I know, I know he's not playing press coverage like that because he does not have that on-field speed to be able to keep up with a lot of players. And you have other teams that go out there and they will put their number one receiver on Mike Jackson. You know what I mean? But still, though, I think in
right.
some of these situations, he does not need to be quite that far off the line of scrimmage. Like I said, that's just my personal opinion, especially when it's like third down and 2 or 3, and you're still 9-10 yards off the line of scrimmage. I'm gonna keep saying this until it changes. But let me tell you, I could line up at wide receiver. Tony could line up at quarterback, and I think I could convert it. We could convert a third and 2. If somebody is 10, 11 yards behind. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I say that. I know it probably ain't gonna happen, but that's just my main frustration with them on defense. With that third down,
Yeah.
the third down defense for the Panthers is highly frustrating. But anyway, back to them. Okay, but like I said, but since we played them earlier in the season, their offensive rankings have gone down. Not like too dramatic, but they went from like top 2 in the league, top 2 and 3 to basically in the middle. All right, so
Right.
Tone, what's your thoughts on the Falcons offense?
When I look, well, I was going to mention what you mentioned at the end there about their third down efficiency ranking, but
Mm,
our third down defense is horrible as well, and we know that we are probably one of the worst teams in the league on third downs. So
mm-hmm.
tomorrow is going to be a 50-50 thing when it comes to third downs, and it's going to really see we're going to really be able to see who wins that battle of the third downs. Will
Facts.
Atlanta continue their woes on third down, or will Carolina continue their woes on third down? Like something got to give. You know what I mean? Um, their pass and run defense, where you look at the numbers right here in the 16th pass, 15th and run, but they scoring is 27th. So what it
Mm,
shows me, like they're moving the ball, they're getting yards, but when they get in the red zone or near the red zone, they're not coming away with 7 points, they're coming away with 3 points. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
that's what it tells me. So we can keep them in between the 20-yard lines,
Mm,
and don't allow them into the red zone. I think we have a opportunity uh to come out on top in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the numbers show that they're not that efficient with red zone scoring. And if they're in the red
Mm-hmm.
zone, look like they get more three, field goals than touchdowns. So we can make that work to our advantage. I think we have a great opportunity with that.
Facts. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yes, I'm good. I probably did say Mike Jones. I did. I meant to say Mike
Oh,
Jackson. When I was talking about Mike Jackson, I probably did say Mike Jones. You know how terrible I am at names. Um, Red Sworn said Drake London is questionable for tomorrow. So if we have to go against y'all without Drake, sheesh. And so I got
yeah.
the Falcons injury report up here. So the cornerback Mike Hughes is questionable. Let me see. Drake London is questionable. Let me see.
I think Mike Hughes is questionable with a neck injury.
Yes, he is. Yep, he's questionable with a
Yeah.
neck injury. Guard Chris Lindstrom is questionable. Matthew Bergeron guard is out. Zach Harrison, the defensive end, is also questionable. And Sam Roberts, who used to be a Panther, because his picture is down here. His Panthers picture is down here. I guess that's the latest one they got. He is out as well. That would definitely be a game changer if Drake London did not play tomorrow. That would definitely be a game changer. But I say that in the same breath, though, even if Drake London is out, okay, the Panthers are going to have the same type of game that they had against the running back. What's his name? Oh, I'm forgetting everything today. But y'all know
Come on.
Robinson, B. John Robinson. You know, they're gonna have the
Oh,
same type of game against B. John Robinson.
Dijon Mustard Robertson.
These
Yeah.
you know, they're gonna have that same type of game versus him, that they did in week 3. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Okay. So let me get that off the screen. All right, cuz. So
Hey, Rick,
anything
hold on.
else? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead. I was
Oh,
gonna
I was just
ask
gonna
Red
say any.
Swarm was D Alfred playing? Ashford Alfred
No,
number
he's out.
20. Then Nickelback. He's out. Okay.
He's out. He got a concussion. He's out. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He is out. So, hopefully Panther can take advantage of that. We'll see. We'll see. All
So
right. So anything else on the offense, Tony, before we move on?
no, that's it.
All right, cool.
That's it.
So what I'm going to do, all right. So I am going to put
Aries clear. See you.
what she say?
She said, see your great poupon.
Senor Grey Poupon. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. You know
Oh
what? I couldn't
my
get the
god.
comments to come, but hold on. Let me
Oh god,
see.
that was a good one, Aries Claire. That was a good one. Dijon Robinson.
Oh, okay. Mind you, I don't know why, but okay. So I thought it was a few more comments since I couldn't get it to pop up here
Yeah.
just now. Red Swarm said, "I don't know if y'all the Gamecocks fan. Nope, but they are trying to pull off the
Hell
biggest
no.
upset of the season. Right now, they're up. Hold on, they're up on A&M 20-3.
I
Wow.
can't believe that.
Okay. Damn. Damn. That's crazy.
Oh, she was right on time with that. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
just getting it too damn not too much.
What's up,
That was
Dig? How you
good.
doing? Said, how is Rico? Is he healthy? He was a full participant in practice
Yeah.
yesterday, and he's
And
good to go as
Thursday.
far as this. And, let
Yeah,
me
and Thursday.
see. No. He didn't practice on Wednesday. He was a limited participant on Thursday,
Limited
full
Thursday. That's right.
participant
That's right.
yesterday. But he doesn't have a designation for the game. The only two that have designations are Lathan Ransom and Trevin Wallace, and they're both out.
You're right.
Everybody else,
Okay.
Rico, Derek Brown, Chandler Zavala, and Bryson Tremaine are all they're all good to go. All right.
I'm
Let me
glad
see.
Bryson Tremaine is ready to go.
Yeah, for real. Rock said at 3-6, it doesn't matter. So when you think of Mike Hughes, think of Mike Jackson, serviceable but not special. I got you.
Yeah.
He said, "Mustard, son, Tiny, it's the expensive stuff." Send you a Grey Poupon, did Bijan Dijon Robinson. Boy, y'all crazy.
That was a comment of the night right there.
Boy, wasn't it? Said we have actually reactivated CJ. Whoa, really?
Thank you. We appreciate it,
Whoa.
Reds. We appreciate it.
Wow. That's crazy. That is, hey, look, and watch him go out there and have a hell of a game. Say you wrong for that, Madam Mayor. Wow,
Yeah.
that is crazy. Be able to say it's a good game. Okay, cool, cool. Well, look, I'll try to be quick about this and get y'all out of here so we don't miss too much of it. Who replaces Wallace for y'all? We're going to get into
Claude
that in a
Shirelli.
second here. Claude and Shirellis.
My
Yep,
bad.
Claude and Shirellis. Yep,
Uh,
that's who. Yeah, exactly. Claude and Shirellis. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and move on. But I just want to let y'all know I do got the link in the chat. Okay, if anybody wants to come up here and join, talk about these next couple slides. All right. Well, hold on. Keys to victory. All right. Stop the ball as usual. Run the ball as usual. Open opportunities. Okay. And I say this mostly for the offense, mostly for Bryce Young. All right. When you get a receiver who's open, you got to hit him. Okay. He has got to stop staring down these darn receivers. Like last week, where he's tried to stare down Xavier Leggett to get open. It did not work. Then you had what's his face? Number 18 running across the screen. You know, he was wide open. Okay. You've got to he's got to learn how to go through his progressions a little bit faster. All right. He is at a bad, I mean terrible habit of staring
mhm.
down his receivers. Okay. And wait, I gotta wait for the get open. I gotta Jalen Coker, thank you, Aries. I gotta wait for him to get open. Gotta wait for him to get open. And then by the time you go and look, it's too late because it might be open, but then you got somebody that's gotten around one of your linemen and is bearing down on you. So then you got to run. Okay. So Bryce has got to be quicker in his decision making and find his open receivers. Okay. Pressure Michael Penix. Okay. Now we did that last time in week 3. We did that last time. We got pressure on Michael Penix, and it showed in the game. Okay, and it showed in his stats. Penix had like 170 something yards passing. Mind you, we didn't get a sack on him, but we were in his face enough to affect the majority of his throws. Okay, the majority of them. All right, you see in the picture I got here in a few slides where he's just let the ball go and he's already folded up like this, and one of our defenders is taking him to the ground. All right. So we got to pressure Michael Penix. Assignment football, okay, especially with Trevor Wallace being out. All right. We have Claudia Shirellis, who's going to be his replacement. All right. Now I don't know if Shirellis is going to have the green dot or if Roseboro is going to have the green dot. You know what I mean? Don't know who was going to probably going to be Roseboro since he had it earlier in the season. All
Probably gonna
right.
be
But
Roseboom. Yeah.
yeah, Rose Boom. Okay, my bad. I said Roseboro. Rose Boom. But we've seen we've seen earlier clips where Claudio Shirellis got in the game in the Bills game. Trevor Wallace was out for a little bit in the Bills game. Okay, and you see Claudio Shirellis overrunning the play. Dalvin Cook took the cut back and took it to the house for a touchdown. Okay. So that's why I
Right.
say, assignment football. Assignment football. Let's hope this week of practice where Claude Shirellis was out there practicing, they instilled it in him, what he has to do. Hopefully they showed him that clip or showed him some clips and say, hey, you don't need to do this. You need to make sure you stay in your gap, stay in your assignment. So if there is a cutback, you're right there and you're available to make the tackle. All right. Tony, you got any thoughts on the keys to victory?
No, you hit it on the head. Like the first two is common. Stop the run, run the ball. That's a no brainer. Open opportunities. That's why I'm talking about taking those shots. In the passing game, whether it's short, intermediate, or deep ball, you have to take those shots. You have to show the Falcons that you're not scared to throw the ball, that you're not scared to take shots here and there. You have to do
Yeah.
that in order to back those safeties um up, to try to open up the run lanes and things for you, not to be one dimensional. Pressure finish, that's what we did the first game. We didn't sack him, but we got pressure. We got in his face, got him off his spot, made him a little nervous, and it turned into two interceptions. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I think our pass rushers, especially Nick Scorton, has gotten a lot better and definitely got a lot more playing time than he did in that game in week 3. So even though Pat Jones has been out for the past 4 games, no, Nick Scorton has 3 sacks in those 4 games. So he's starting to come around. He's starting to get a feel for the game and feel for the defense and hopefully towards the end of the season, from now to the end of the season, he start making more noise. I like Gibson, the guy that we got off the 49ers practice squad. He knows how to set an edge, big body that can help you in the run game. He looked like he could apply a little bit of pressure as well. So, like I said, I just hope those guys continue to gel and get comfortable in this defense. And I think we're going to see good things from them. And assignment football, that's what it's all about. Assignment, alignment, and execution. What's your assignment? Okay, now I know my assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is my alignment right? Am I supposed to be in this gap, or am I supposed to be a shade over? Am I, whatever the case may be, if I'm a corner, should I be inside or outside? Okay, now you
Mm-hmm.
got to execute. Whatever your alignment and your assignment is, now you got to go out and execute, and you have to do that over and over, play after play after play after play, and it can't be any drop off. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It can't be
Mm-hmm.
any drop off, no miscommunications, especially on the back end. Because one thing about it in football, especially on the defensive side, if your defensive players ain't talking, a no talking defense is a dumb defense.
Facts.
A no talking defense is a dumb defense. They got to be able to communicate. The front seven got to communicate, and the back end got to communicate. So I just want to see
Facts.
that get better as well.
Facts. 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 What's going on, T Green, man? Yes, sir. Keep pounding. Mr. Earl, what's going on with you? How you doing? Want to go back real quick. SC Pace said, hopefully the coaches help Rose Bum stop missing tackles like he's got baby oil. I was just gonna bring that up too, man. Yeah, let me say, Rose Boom has probably missed about 3 or 4 sacks this season running past people, running past quarterbacks. So yeah,
Facts.
I do
Yes.
agree with you on that one. I do agree with you on that one.
That-
Diggy said this is
yeah,
the
that's
Carolina
big
get right
facts.
Panthers we're talking about. Now you know what? Now last year, yes, I'm not gonna put them quite in that category. This year, okay, I'm not gonna put. I don't think we're there yet. We're definitely there last year. Everybody had their best game against us last year. That hasn't really been the case this year. Okay, except for New Orleans. All right, except for New Orleans. Well, we'll see. Um, Wiley, what's going on, y'all? Hey, if y'all didn't hear me earlier, okay, Panthers Germany podcast with Mr. Wiley. Okay, he will be
What's going on, Wally?
streaming his podcast over here on the Carolina Armchair GM channel as well. But
Network,
what I want y'all to
network.
do, network, okay. But what I want y'all to do is, if you see Wiley streaming on my channel, go over to the Panthers Germany podcast channel and make sure y'all like and subscribe. Okay, we're starting a campaign to get Mr. Wiley up to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, y'all make sure y'all help us do that. All right, appreciate you, Wiley. Oh boy, let me tell you,
Already.
look, two teams. What's up, Red?
Yo! Happy Saturday.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday, brothers. How y'all
What
doing,
what
man?
what's going on there, Joker?
I can't call it
That
tiny.
joke.
What's is it, tiny? Give me, give
Yeah.
me, give me half a dozen in one hand.
And six in the other, huh? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
All
What's
right,
going
all right.
on, man?
Man, I thought it was apropos for me to at least give, the Falcons perspective on things, being that
Okay.
we'll lace them up tomorrow. Well, I won't lace them up, but the the money men will lace them up tomorrow and crack skulls with each other. So looking forward to it, man. I tell y'all, I did have a question that I wanted to ask y'all as to what do you think happens if And I think both teams, what we're hoping for is a defensive contest. I mean, obviously, that's the strength of both of our
Mm,
teams, the defensive side of the ball. But should it not be a defensive contest? Should it turn into, the offenses running the day? How do y'all see that playing out? I, um, I don't know. Well, and this shouldn't surprise nobody, but let's talk about it. I think we can kind of keep it civil. I like our chances at home
mm.
if we can turn it into an offensive contest. I know
Okay.
it's difficult to see the potential of what Atlanta can be after we took a 30-0 ass whooping in Carolina. It's hard to see, hey, well, I don't really know if Atlanta can do anything.
Any
That
given
that
Sunday, Red.
there
Any
you go.
given Sunday, dog.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trust me.
But I
Any,
was thinking
any
about
any
that,
given
fellas.
Sunday.
So I would like for y'all to kind of, talk to a brother on how you think things might go if the defenses don't run the day tomorrow and it becomes an offensive contest.
What you know what,
Um,
Red Swarm? That's a great question. All right, and that's a great question for the next slide that I have. Okay, now I can speak from a Panthers perspective. Okay,
Uh-huh.
um, and you see up here, I think there's some definite trust issues with Dave Canales and Bryce Young in this offense, and I say that because earlier in the week, I don't know if it was Sheena or Vashai who asked Canales about the deep shots down the field, and his reply was, "I'll start calling those when we start having more success in game, and in practice."
Oh
Okay, so
shit.
my thing is, yeah, I'm like, okay, dude, so y'all doing this in practice, and
Mm.
and it's not working out. So is it just on Bryce Young? Is it on the receivers? Is it a combination, of both? You know what I mean? And the reason why I brought this up is because we have seen these two right here, play caller, quarterback. We have seen these two push the ball down the field. And like I said, I know I keep bringing up late last season. Okay, I know y'all tired of me bringing up late last season. All right, but that's where we saw it at. But we haven't seen it much this year, and I don't, like I said, I don't know what the issue is, what the disconnect is. You know what I mean? Right now, if I had to say if I had to give a percentage, I would probably say it might be, I'll throw 50-50 out there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But there's a lot of times when I don't agree with the play calling, and then there's a lot of times and I'm like, well, damn, Bryce, why did you underthrow this dude? Why did you throw it here? Because sometimes to me, it's like if it's not one of those anticipatory throws, it's he struggles. And I'm like, this is something y'all should be working on in practice every day. If I'm Dave Canales, I'm holding him and the receivers back, and I'm just working on nothing but damn go routes. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like
Yeah.
those are the things that we get open a lot of times, and Bryce is missing. You know what I mean? So, Tone, what you think about
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at digging and popping in the comments, man.
it?
They me personally, I spoke about this. Me and Wiley, we talked about this yesterday, and I think we also talked about it Wednesday because I watched that interview, and just when he said that, the first thing that came to my mind, and like I've said before, it doesn't matter whether it's the NFL, college, or high school. Any head coach will tell you, if I don't see it in practice, I will not call it in the game. I can't call it in the game. I can't trust it if I can't trust it in practice. So whatever the disconnect is, and I don't know, maybe it is a Bryce Young and Canales thing. I don't know. It could be a Bryce Young and the receivers, thing, or any
Mhm.
combination of the two. Like you said, CJ, and that's the same thing I said earlier this week. I said, but there's something going on. Something needs to be figured out. Somebody needs to work through the issues or whatever the case may be, because there is a disconnect there. Um, and another thing I said too, though, when you look at who we had on our roster at wide receiver, um, before game one, we had Adam Thielen. You traded him right before game one. Jalen Coker
Mm-hmm.
went down like 2 days later with the quad injury. Okay. First series of the first game, David Moore went down with the elbow injury. Those were your top three receivers last year. Those were the receivers that you depended on more than anybody last year. Now you got this year. T Mac is a rookie. Jimmy Horn is a rookie. Mitchell Evans is a rookie. XL is looking like a shell of himself. So who do you really have out there
Mm.
with time on task that you could say that you have built a chemistry with? Cause three rookies, you ain't built no solid chemistry with this year. That's just
Right.
not going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. It
Right.
takes time. So I just look. I just think that there's something that's going on between me personally. I think it's more between Bryce and the receivers than it is Bryce and Canales. You know what I'm saying? And like Canales said, I gotta see it. So if he ain't seen it in practice, he ain't gonna call in the game. And I get that 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and let me go ahead and welcome Mr. Twan Don from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. What's good with you, Twan?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Doing
What's
good,
going?
man.
It
Doing
sounds like you
What's
got
up,
good.
that.
Greek?
Sound like you got that crick. Sound like you got that cricket out your microphone
It's
yesterday.
Nah,
popping. It's
mm-mm.
popping today.
No, I don't be having I don't be having no mic issues. I don't know what that was. So
Mm.
Yeah, no,
Nah,
I'm
you
just
good,
messing. What's
man.
up, Twan?
What's up with
Hey,
you,
so
Greek?
so Twan, what you think, man? What you think about trust issues between coach and quarterback?
man, look, Ray can tell you, man. Look, I did this show back in week 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
Like I knew they
He
didn't
did.
trust each
He
other.
did.
I said, I
Yep.
don't know why they keep going to the panel like defending each other when they know they don't really like each other. But they doing the political thing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna call each other
mm-hmm.
out. Like Pop just said, man, like we ran through that Isaac interview that Pop told us to run through. And man, look, bro, the dysfunction is if you just listen to that interview, he tries so hard to not tell us what's going on and hide shit over there that he winds up telling us everything that's going on.
Yeah.
He told us without telling us that the receivers don't really trust Bryce or whatever. He told us that Bryce comes to the coaches and maps out the plays that he wants to do during the game. I'm like, who? That's some Tom Brady and some Aaron Rodgers shit when you start doing
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
y'all are actually listening to him. Like you ain't won enough games, young man, to be trying to tell us like what you feel comfortable doing. Because based on what we're saying is he's saying, look, I don't want to throw the ball no further than 10 yards. You know, and he's
Mm-hmm.
throwing at people's feet, or whatever. But I don't think that Canales and Young Trust has ever been there, man. Because one Young is not Canales' guy. Um, I used to blame a lot on Canales, man. But it's no coach can do anything with that dude, man. You can't do
Mm.
nothing with that. It's
Hey,
not a
look,
fair
B.
assessment. It's not a fair assessment with that.
Hey, what's up, B Wise? He said Rico Dowdle called his own plays. What's your point?
You mean Rico Dowdle called his own place?
He just talking about what he said, I guess, in response to playing the
No,
Cowboys.
Rico Dowdle that was a mission. He didn't call his own plays. He just probably just told the coach, feed me. And when he saw the results, then you obviously continue to feed him.
yeah. Well,
If he out
what
there
Well,
happened
busting
he
8
was,
talked.
yards a pop.
yeah, but
He
what
talked.
happened
He
was
talked about that Wildcat play that he
yeah.
tried to toss the XL and they almost fumbled it and it was almost recovered by
Right.
Oh,
Dallas.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
But
he's talking
he
about.
was all I think BY is also talking about when he went to Izzy and was like, hey, there's a couple plays that I think we need to try. And then when it started working, then you saw Brad Isaac in the press conference the next week, and he was like, hey, you go ahead and tell me whatever plays you want to run, and we'll go ahead and try
Oh
to
yeah,
put them in there.
that
You know what I
toss
mean?
right. That
So can
toss
I
right
can,
Hmm.
with
so can I tell you what the
Reggie.
difference is with that, Mr. B Wise? The difference is Rico Dowdle was successful when he came to them. They trust him. Oh, you're
Mm.
Hmm.
right. Let's throw in a couple plays for you because you are here balling. A guy that's not
Hmm.
doing anything should not be listened to. Like, I don't look. It don't look like any plays make you comfortable out here. Production is everything, man, and that's why they probably listened to Rico when he suggested some plays. But Bryce, I don't get it at that point.
So Tony and CJ, have y'all heard that when because I was on the podcast with Greek with Twan and them yesterday at 7:04 when Poppin gave him, asked him to play the interview with y'all's OC at the podium. Have y'all heard that yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched
Well,
the
that is
interview yet.
wild.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Even for me, just as like I love football above all. Now I come over here, we talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Just in banter with each other. But I love football. But it was so interesting to me what he disclosed. I mean, literally, he said that Bryce will write down the routes that he wants the receivers to run, the plays he want to run, and they'll incorporate that. And I think most teams do that. But the way he said it, he
Thank
almost
you. I
said it
will.
like,
I'm
yeah, he
glad. I'm
almost
glad
said it
you
like
said
Bryce is drawing up plays. And I
because
think there's two reasons he would have said that. One, it was enlightening, but he may have been saying too, if this shit don't go right with this kid, we want the public to know
Yeah.
we did everything that we could to make him comfortable and successful.
Let me tell CJ and Tony this. So, and the point that we came to was this: CJ and Tony, imagine if y'all were wide receivers on the team, and he ain't got y'all, and he ain't writing no plays down for y'all that involve y'all.
Yeah, because the question was,
the
why is
receivers gonna be like,
54%
"Can
of
I
his
look?"
throws going to
The
Tech?
receivers gonna be like, "Let me see that list before you turn that shit in, bro."
I feel you.
And if I ain't on it, then we got a problem.
But like B said though, it's not uncommon to suggest plays, but you have to execute because there's not a quarterback in the National Football
I'm glad you
League
said it. Execution is everything.
doesn't sit with their OC or head coach every week
and what they comfortable with.
Yeah, and go over 5 to 10 plays that they feel comfortable running that week. So it's not that happens every week with every team. No matter
But
who you are.
Hey, hold on, Red. Hold on.
My bad,
Red,
CJ. My bad.
hold on. Hey, let me welcome to the stage here because you've been down here waiting patient. Brother Wiley, what's going on with you, big dog? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, Ranger?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it.
Shit.
Hey, Brian. The problem is
hey, this old man Saturdays. This old man Saturdays, right?
Yeah, it is.
So, you know who you talking about?
Hey, look, I'm the youngest one out the bunch.
Exactly.
Yes, you are.
This is a 50+ club in here, bro.
Hey y'all, South Carolina finna and while I know you coming on, but I know that's your team. South Carolina finna upset Nick Harbor. I know y'all heard of him. The wide out for South Carolina. Man, he just went 80 yards. They intercepted and I'm sorry to do this, but it's college football. We all get excited. I know we all football lovers up here. Now South Carolina intercepted A&M in the end zone. So obviously it came out to the 20. The next play, the quarterback, he looked like he might have stretched his hamstring running. That boy went 80 yards on him like it wasn't shit, man. That boy just went. They up 20. They finna go up 27-3.
27-3
going in the half, man.
Oh, they done.
Yeah.
A&M done.
Nick.
All right, go ahead, Brother Wiley.
Nick Harbor.
I was saying that like Bryce, that's the problem. Bryce is not a third year. I got it. He's trying to suggest plays. The problem is rookie year he was doing the same.
Damn.
He ain't learned yet. My perspective, he hasn't learned yet that he need to learn to follow first. Maybe it gets success, then be able to success stuff once he got some success. That's my perspective.
Tony, you got any knowledge on that boy? I know you called his name. He looked tall, but I don't know if he's a senior or what. God, go on the speed that boy got, man. He got to be at least 6'4".
He outran everybody.
Good Lord.
Hey, can I point something out that Wally just said again?
Y'all. My bad.
No.
That shit excited me, TJ. I'm just saying.
Now he's a 6'5" wideout, but he has world-class speed. Nick Harbor, only reason he came to South Carolina because they was going to allow him to run track and play football.
Oh,
Like he runs a 10 flat in the 100. He did that in
Tony,
high
he
school.
just showed it. He just showed it, Tony.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah,
Sure
he's
did.
very raw at wide receiver. Well, if he ever puts those two together, that's Megatron all over again.
That's what he looked like. Damn, that's
Yeah.
who he looked like. I started to say Julio the way he was running, but he taller than Julio,
Nah,
man.
he faster. He's taller and he faster than both of them.
Yeah.
Hey, can I point
Yeah.
out something that Wally
My
just said,
bad. My
though, man?
bad for the side note, y'all. I just
Yeah.
You good? You
I,
good,
damn.
Red?
I
Go
want to
ahead,
point out
Tony.
something that Wally just said, man. I don't think we gravitate to that enough, man. Wally is a wise man. Look, man. Wally said, "How you expect this dude to lead when he's never learned to follow?"
Mm.
Yeah, that's saying a lot right there.
You
That's
remember
some
you remember when
That's some
Bryce Young
military
came in?
talk.
They gave him the keys when he came in, when he should have never gotten the keys. He should have been told, "Go sit your ass over there on that passenger side." You know, it ain't gonna be no test drives today and none of that shit. You got to learn first.
And learn.
And I know we had a disastrous coaching staff when he got here, and a lot of stuff went down. But he played his part in that too. He didn't want to wear like the armband and all. Like you are here telling people what you didn't want to do in your
BJ
rookie
done
year.
picked him off again.
Yeah, that's what I was
That
trying
boy
to communicate.
that boy was never asked.
Yeah,
He was never asked to follow. The only time he followed was when they put his ass on that bench. And he ain't have no choice but to watch. And then what kind of product did we get after he watched?
the best product
Yeah.
of his career. Best product of
Yeah,
his career.
this is true. And that's why I don't understand where the disconnect has been from last year, to this year. And it hasn't been a total disconnect. You know what I mean? Because even when Rico wasn't starting, okay, in the first Atlanta game, Rico wasn't starting. Rico was just a third down back. That's really the only time you see him come in the game for the most part. You know what I mean? And Chuba ran for like 70, 80 yards that game. So it's not like the run offense or the rush offense was just out there balling like it was weeks later. But Bryce was still able to move the ball up and down the field and go out there and score and get touchdowns. And I think we did have the one touchdown from the defense. Probably should have been another one if Mike Jack would have not just glitched out at the 30-yard line and forgot what he was doing for half a second, and got tackled. And my thing, and I think a lot of people, will hear what I'm saying and be like, oh, well, as it be called, bisexual and all that. My thing is this: I just want to know what the issues is. I just want it to work because
Yeah.
if he's here and he's the quarterback, I just want it to work because my thing is this, and I keep saying this, and I'm gonna keep on saying this: Bryce Young is gonna have to fall off the cliff at some point in this season. I mean, like literally, he's gonna have to fall into a bottomless pit and just keep going for next year to be like, okay, well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to move on from Bryce. All right. Do I think he deserves that 5th-year contract right now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he is. If we go out there this season and we win 2 or 3 more games, Bryce is going to be the starting quarterback next year. My thing is this: I just want to know exactly, what the issues are going forward. And I say that because we've seen him do good. It's not like he's gone out here every game of his career and just been complete ass. You know what I mean? We've seen him go out there and we've seen him have good games. I'm just trying to find out where the disconnect is at, because as long as he's on the field, I want him to do good because I want our team to win. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say
Are you saying you've seen him have good games this year?
Yeah, he's had some good. He had a good game versus Atlanta. Okay, he had a good game versus Cowboys.
I disagree. I don't think that Atlanta game had too much to do with him. He made a couple plays. He made a couple plays.
Well, who made the rest of the plays?
Game, he was good.
Hold on, Red. Who made the rest of the plays? So now you good.
Say again.
Who made the rest of the plays?
I mean, I thought the defense was set the standard in that game. I thought Bryce made a couple of plays, is what I said in the beginning.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, we won 30-0. Shaw Smith Wade had a pick 6, so that was 7. Okay, so that's 23 points. All right, that's what I'm saying. If Bryce only made a couple plays, who else made the rest of the plays for the 23 points?
I mean, the rest of the team. I mean, his longest throw in that game was like 13 yards. Like, you know, like not to get like into a debate, man. I think we win. I think the games that we did win was in spite of him. You know, like my thing is the fool's gold thing with Bryce Young. And when I say this, do y'all understand? Well, y'all, everybody isn't old enough to understand. Like when, like let's just say a girl dating a guy, and then he cheats on her, and then he's like, "Baby, I'm gonna do better," and then she bring him back, and then they do the same shit, and then he's just begging, like, "Baby, look, I'm sorry, I promise, I've changed this time, I've changed," you know, and then she bring him back, you know, and now Bryce has said, "I've changed 3 times because we're going by the years," and then you start blaming Carolina if you're entertaining bringing him back in a 4th year. When and I threw his stats up on the show not that long ago. His overall stats, his QBR last time that he played, his QBR was a 13.2. Over his career, it's in the 30s, and it's just like then like your friends start looking at the girl like, look, you keep bringing that dude like back into your life. He does a few things right, and then you want to bring him back in the 4th. I don't know what the hole is, and I'm not blaming nothing on CJ, man. You know, I'm just talking about the guys that are like willing to die for Bryce. You know what I'm saying? Like he deserves a contract, and he deserves to come back. Yeah, like he deserves a contract, and he deserves to come back. And then I tell people, man, and the biggest question that I asked was, I said, what quarterback in the history of the NFL that played this poorly, this terrible? Anyone asked this question to him, and I said, and he got a 4th year. Yeah. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Yeah, but okay, but
4th year after being horrible. Look,
but
Bryce,
hold on, Twan, hold on. You're saying a whole lot not to answer my question. Okay. My thing is, I'm talking about the Falcons game. Okay, so if we won the Falcons game in spite of Bryce, what did Bryce do to keep us from winning? To keep us from winning that Falcons game? Because my thing is hold on. My thing is over here. I give credit where credit is due as far as situations. If Bryce had a decent game in this game, I'm gonna give Bryce credit for having a decent game in this game. I'm not saying that he's had a decent career overall, but what I'm saying is in the Atlanta Falcons game in week 3, what I'm talking about. So if we won in spite of Bryce, what did he do to spite us in that game? Answer that question for me.
What did he do to spite us?
Yeah, in the Falcons game.
All right, so look, let me ask the question first, man. Is your
no? Hold on, no, Twan. Just answer my question. Don't, because the thing is, don't answer my question with another question. Okay,
I'm not doing that.
And I ain't trying to be funny, but it's simple. You say you thought that we won the game against Atlanta in spite of Bryce. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what did Bryce do in that game that the rest of the team had to win in spite of him.
Bryce did very little in that game. He did very little in that game. Okay, so to be specific, like I said, it was based on the defense. The defense afforded the Bryce to be on the right side of the ball most of that game. So I'm sure you watched that game too, man. I mean, that defense put Bryce often on on y'all side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? He never had to work his way from one end to the other the whole game. I mean, that's what you got a defense for, and if he don't have to do it, he don't have to do it. You know, it's just like when Rico ran that ball up all the way up the field in all the other games, and then people say, "Oh, we're gonna give Bryce credit for throwing a 2-yard pass into the end zone," when we could have easily just ran it too. All right, so what it sounds like people are trying to do is like we supposed to be giving Bryce credit when he barely does his job, and like you just said, you are one to like when you do something well, I'm gonna tell you we do something well, and you know what I'm saying or whatever. But that comes very few and far between with this guy. If you're looking for me to say that Bryce won us that Atlanta game, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. I mean, if we watch that game,
hold on, and I'm a rebuttal that. But when did I ask you to say that Bryce won us that Atlanta game? I just said that he played good in the Atlanta game.
I don't think so.
That's all I said.
He didn't.
Okay, what I'm saying is, Twan, tell me what he did that was bad in the Atlanta game.
CJ, you're asking me to recall everything that happened in the game that I don't remember. I would have to pull the stats up to tell you that.
Well, if you don't remember, then how do you know that he didn't do anything good in the game, Twan? That's all I'm saying.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
I cannot tell you to tell me what happened in every game we played in the past and expect you to tell me exactly what happened in them games.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying because all I was doing, I was saying that Bryce Young played good in the Atlanta game. Okay, that's all I was saying. I did not say that he played good the whole season. I did not say that he's out here being a world beater. I was just saying we've seen him go out there and be able to manage, and we got wins. I'm not saying that he was the sole reason, that he won the game. I'm not saying that. But then when I said that, you jumped in and said, "Oh, well, I think we won in spite of Bryce." I'm just trying to figure out for that particular game what didn't what that was. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I get that. I have to look. I'm pulling up the stats now. I mean, what week did we play that game? Week 2, week 3, something like that.
Week 3.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's
and T. Thompson. Bryce played okay in the Atlanta game. I agree.
But CJ, it sounds like you defending this motherfucker.
Twan. My thing is, if I'm making a statement, Twan, hold on. If I'm making a statement about something and you jump in and give your 2 cents on what I'm trying to say before I can finish what I'm trying to say, okay, when it's cool. When I'm going to ask you to give me whatever on what you're trying to say before I can finish what I'm trying to say. That's all I'm getting at. That's all I'm getting at, Twan. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, well then we can agree to disagree. That's all. Ain't no big deal.
There's nothing wrong with
that. Thank you. We can agree to disagree.
Did you think I was going to argue with you about your opinion? I mean, I respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
You've been arguing me about my opinion for about the last 10 minutes, dog.
I argued with you about your opinion. I argued about Bryce. It's nothing with CJ. Bryce.
And did I not say that Bryce I thought Bryce had a good game against the Falcons? You've been sitting here for the past 10 minutes trying to tell me that he didn't.
Well, hold on. I didn't spend 10 minutes trying to explain to you something about Bryce. You just spent 10 minutes asking me questions about Bryce on the witness stand.
I asked you one question, Twan, and I kept asking you the same question. What did he do in that game to spite us as a team? Because you said we won in spite of him. I was just trying to figure out what he did.
So what I did was I went off the cusp of my memory, right? I said, what you have to allow me to do is allow me to pull those stats up. So I'm not misquoting myself or say something crazy that you could kill me with, because it sounds like you locked and loaded over there on your laptop.
No, I'm not locked and loaded on nothing. But my thing is, if I'm up here trying to explain something and then you jump in with a statement, have your facts and figures ready to defend your statement. That's all I'm saying. Because mine was just an opinion. Okay. I thought he did good in that game. He did good. I'm not saying he went out there and threw for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'm not saying that he rocked the world and he turned the NFL upside down. I'm just saying he played good enough in that game and we won.
You know what? Let's say point taken. Allow me to ask you a question back, though. I want to put you in the same seat you just put me in. What did he do that you think? What did he do in that game that you thought was great?
We moved the ball down the field. He threw touchdowns to T-Mac.
Give me the specifics that you just asked me for.
He moved the ball down the field, Twan. He didn't have any turnovers in the game. We moved the ball up and down the field as an offense. He didn't make any mistakes in that game. That's why I said I think he had a good game. There wasn't no turnovers. We move the ball down the field. We score a touchdown. We put points on the board. That's what I'm saying.
So my question is this. The follow-up question is this. So you saying that we have become so belittled with Bryce Young that if he doesn't make mistakes, that's a good game.
Yeah.
So my
just if he don't turn the ball over.
Let me ask you.
Just if he don't turn the ball over, it's a good game.
Hold on,
Damn it, Twan. We're gonna talk about the matchup at some point, Twan. Damn
yeah,
it.
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. But my thing is this: so if any other quarterback goes out there and doesn't turn the ball over, you know you're gonna say, well, he ain't have a good game.
Yeah, I mean, like you can have a great game and still turn the ball over like a couple times during the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a game where you don't turn the ball over at all and have a horrible game.
Mm-hmm.
And have 99 yards for the game.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't turned the ball over, so he played great. He only gave us 99 yards, but he played good. He turned
the ball over, Twan. We moved the ball down the field. Okay. The running game was the best that we had up to that point because Chuba was still the starting running back. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I keep saying this. I'm not saying that he went out there and turned the NFL upside down. He had a decent game. He had a good game. We won the game 30-0. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of that was on the back of the defense because the defense shut Atlanta down. But on the offensive side of the ball, we moved the ball down the field. We scored points. Whether or not the defense gave him short fields or not, we moved the ball. We scored. He threw a couple touchdowns. You get what I'm saying? Okay.
I think
cool.
I said because it goes back to my original statement. I said I think we won games in spite of him. I think the rest of the team did well, and he was a part of it, but he didn't lead it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with the run game, you know, the short passes or whatever. Look, and you know, I'm not one to be like, you know what I'm saying, like I got this team with me or whatever. But look, if you look in your chat, they disagree. They're all saying that he had a all right, or I know you ain't telling me he is the reason we won that game.
And you know what?
CJ,
and you know what?
see,
and hold on, Tony. Hold on.
Hold
And you know what, Twan? My chat can disagree all they want to. That's why I love my chat. I'm not up here trying to get I'm not up here trying to convince anybody that what I'm saying. Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. I'm not trying to convince anybody that what I'm saying is the gospel. Okay, I'm not trying to convince anybody of that. I'm just giving my opinion. Okay, and like I said, when I was trying to give my opinion, you jumped in trying to tell me that I was wrong. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you to tell me exactly what happened. That's all. Okay,
right, so,
because my thing is over here. What I try to let people do is, if I got a point, let me finish my point. Let me get my point out. Let me get more than 3 or 4 words out before you jump in trying to tell me that I'm wrong. Okay? That's what I like to do. That's what I like to do over here.
Okay. I don't like where this is going and what you're implying. So are you saying that you hurt or because you felt like I cut you off? Because you could have just led with that. I'm telling you, brother, face to face, I didn't try to cut you off on purpose or out of some meanness. And like you trying to put me on
Twan.
I did something horrible to you on purpose. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not trying to say that, Twan. I'm not trying to say that, Twan.
I'm saying, why did you try to put me on this seat and call me out and like put me there like you trying to, I don't know, like trying to embarrass me? Did you look? If I cut you off, you know what I'm saying? I don't do anything out of malice. And if you say,
I didn't say that. Whatever, I didn't say that.
Well, that's what you're making it sound like right now, CJ. That's all I'm saying is that you keep repeating the thing that you keep repeating over and over. And that's why I'm coming to that conclusion is that if you're going to cut me off, then I'm like, I didn't cut you off on purpose, bro. I didn't cut you off on purpose. And if I did, I apologize. But that's what it seems to be more about. I cut you off opposed to the debate. And I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize, brother.
Okay, well, it's all good, Twan. It's all good.
Thank you.
It's all good. It ain't no problem. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Ain't no big deal, dog. It's all good. It's all good. Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like I'm, man, I love you to death, CJ. Man, I don't want it to be none of
I
that. It's like these times,
I love you too, dog.
I
I'm
don't want
just
none of these
saying.
motherfuckers trying to take it, but oh man, CJ and Twan beefing, man, because that's what motherfuckers run with, and that's not what it is at all.
It's but that's the thing though. Everybody gonna have their opinion, and you know what?
You're right.
Everybody can have their opinion. I don't give a
You're
damn
right.
about nobody's
You're
opinion.
right. You're absolutely
You
right.
know,
You're
yeah.
absolutely correct.
I don't give a damn about nobody's opinion. This, my thing is you either watch us or don't watch us. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Twine ain't no big deal. Ain't no
Love
big
you,
deal.
man. Love you, brother.
And man, I'm an
T-Tom,
outsider.
hey, hold
I'm an
on.
outsider.
T-Tom
Go
said
ahead,
CJ just
CJ.
want to argue with somebody. Nah,
Damn,
But
bro. I'm like,
listen,
what the fuck did I just fall into?
but listen. I'm sitting over here holding my tongue. And
go ahead,
man,
Red.
first of all, I'm too old for that. I'm approaching that age where we all know we from the South. And they say, boy, them old folks get to a certain age, they don't hold back shit. They gonna tell you what's on their mind. Look,
No.
man, I'm a Falcon fan, I'm an outsider. But man, I just felt a different energy right now with you, with Twan and CJ. And man, I'm personally, man, even as an outside cat, man, I'm just saying as a brother to all of y'all. It's been a lot of that shit. Unfortunately, I've been on podcasts. I know what it's been surrounding. I'm not gonna speak on that. Some other stuff happened recently. Y'all know I'm not gonna speak on that. Although
I
I do
guess.
have an opinion, like you said, but man, I think y'all some good men. Point blank, period. Some good brothers, man. And I just think we really need to keep the focus on football, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Period. Just on football, man.
No, that's what we're doing, man. Hey,
Yeah.
man, look.
I don't think the focus was ever off football,
Yeah, it
but I
wasn't.
got
It
you, Red.
wasn't off
Yeah,
of it.
well,
Hey,
and
bro.
that was probably more in relation to what I started feeling again in
Hey,
my
Ray.
spirit and saying I don't want to see CJ and Tony do that. I mean
No.
CJ and Twan do that.
Nah, man, we
That's
two
all I'm
brothers and we
saying.
ain't gonna let it go
Oh.
that
Yeah,
far.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
no.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
and Twan good. Me and Twan
yeah.
good.
I
I
No,
was
mean,
on
no.
mute. I
hey,
came
you
off
you know
mute.
what? You know
Yeah.
what T. Thompson said? Hold on, what T. Thompson said? He said CJ just want to argue with somebody. You know what? There's times I get up here, not necessarily I
Me
want to
too,
argue, but
CJ.
I just be like, okay, when you said this, all right, cool. Well, let me rebuttal with this.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
CJ,
all
you a
good.
married man. I don't know if your wife tell you like mine tell me sometimes. She tell me
Uh-oh.
to take that shit to somebody else. She
Man,
don't want to hear it. She
everybody
say
up
you
here,
trying to pick a fight with me, and I know the
everybody up
man
here
with
married
somebody
except
else.
Wally,
So
bro.
I
Yes,
what?
sir.
appreciate the tri-state, man. Appreciate you, Nick.
You know what I'm
Look,
No,
saying,
man.
Tony?
Yep.
Tony, you
Yep.
know what I'm
You
saying?
know what was the beauty in this disagreement that they had for the past 15, 20 minutes? You know
Uh,
what's the beauty of
they go with the
disagreement
20-minute
and
shit.
having opinions or what? I mean, whatever. But
it's true,
you know what
Twan.
the beauty is? You know what the beauty of it is?
What
When
is
we
it?
talk football, whether you're in the barber shop, at a cookout, wherever you may be, ain't nobody disrespecting nobody.
Nah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
man, we're
It
too
Okay.
seemed
old
like
for
a
that. You talking about two different
yeah,
generations, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tony,
Well,
Now
amen,
what
amen, amen. I know where you're coming from, Tony.
yeah.
Amen,
Yeah.
amen, brother.
yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you know
Look, man,
what, Palmetto
what?
Panther, it wasn't no misunderstanding. I said
Nah.
what I said. I stand on what I said. But at the same time, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to start no personal stuff with Twan. Like, no.
Oh no,
Y'all,
I ain't
y'all
thinking
know
that.
what I
I got you.
did. Y'all know what I did in the interim while y'all were talking. I went and I pulled up the box score from
Here we
that
go.
game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna
Here we
be
go.
honest with you. I'm gonna
Go
be
ahead,
honest
Red.
with you.
I got it up too. I got it up too.
Statistically, the game was almost identical.
Mm-hmm.
The one big thing that stuck out to me more than anything else, looking at that box score, was the turnovers by Penix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Penix had a
Yep.
way
Yep.
better
Yep.
game except for those turnovers.
Yep.
He had
Yep.
no, it wasn't way
Well,
better. It wasn't way better.
yeah,
It might have
thank
been
you. It
30
wasn't way
yards
better.
better. Yeah, it wasn't.
No, okay, yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah, yeah. But those turnovers were the margin,
Costly.
man, because one of them led directly to a pick six. And I said this before, and I always, Wiley, don't I always
Mm-hmm.
say this? If
Yeah.
you win the turnover battle,
You
you
win.
got a 90% chance of winning the game, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fact.
90%.
Yeah.
And even though Bryce didn't throw a touchdown in that game, he ran one
He
in.
ran for
He
one.
did
That's right.
score.
Oh yeah, and let me apologize about that. I think I was thinking of the
Other game,
Miami
yeah.
game when he threw
Mhm.
the touchdowns to the T Mac. And let me
Right.
apologize for that.
Yeah, he
I have
Right.
my
balled out in
Right.
that
I have my
Miami
games mixed
Yeah.
up.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
You're right.
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
he
balled
did
out in
run
that
one
Miami game.
in. Rico ran one in as well. And
Mhm.
Schuber had 17 for 73.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I want to end this with Swarm. Do know this.
Yeah.
When number 9 comes up, Panthers fans, we act the fool, man.
I know that, Twan. I know that.
Some-
And most times than not, I know that's time for
Somebody
me
gonna
to,
be
to
feeling
shut
them.
the fuck
Somebody
up.
ain't gonna
That's
be
the time
feeling
for
them.
me to shut the fuck up. Because
Yeah, that boy got us so
No,
damn
and it's
divided.
yeah, but I want to say this too though. It's not even that. I still stand on what I said when I was up here saying what I was saying, and then Twan said, I think one in spite of. All I was trying to do was figure out what the in spite of part was as
Yeah.
far as the rest of the team. That's all.
Yeah.
Hey
That's
man,
all.
put
Yeah.
what Pop put
Yeah.
up there, man. Look what
What about to say?
What
Said
the-
La Brute Cologne.
I wear
Boy.
Savage. I don't know what you
I
talking
don't
about. I
wear
don't
no
wear no
damn
damn
brute.
group. Yeah.
Hey
Hey,
man.
Savage.
Hey, all my
Christian
stuff is from
Dior over
Paris, so
here.
I don't know, man.
Thank
I got
you.
on Parfums de Marley right now, bro.
Yeah,
Christian
Y'all,
Dior popping out here.
y'all used to be in y'all daddy Brute 33.
Oh
Stop
yeah, I was
playing.
on the
Hey,
yeah,
brute.
we
hey,
did.
hey,
Now,
I ain't
Tony,
hey,
gonna
why
lie.
you
Tony.
talking that? Why you
Hey,
talking,
Tony.
Tony? Why you talking?
Tony.
It was
My
either
mama
brute or Old
sold.
Yeah.
Spice.
Old
My
Spice.
mama sold Avon, so I had Wild Country deodorant, Wild Country cologne, Wild Country everything. I had Wild Country soap on a rope. So don't tell me
Wow.
nothing.
He
Yeah,
said
hot
Wild Country
karate,
soap on the
hot
rope.
karate.
All right. Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. But I think we can
Hey
all
Tony,
agree.
before you
I
start
think we
though,
can all
Tony,
agree.
Tony,
There's
before you
trust
start,
Let him
issues
go, Twan.
with
Tony,
Bryce and
before you
Canales,
start, I
and
love you,
whether
It
Tony.
it's
is.
one side or the other, whether it's trust issues with Young towards Canales towards Young, there is a big disconnect here. Okay, I think
Mm-hmm.
we can all agree on that. All right, cool. All right, so next slide.
I think
Adjust.
Twan was saying something. I don't know what he was saying. I think Twan was saying something.
Yeah, I was just trying to. I said CJ before. I said before you even get started, I love you,
He
bro.
asked you for a kiss.
Oh,
I can
love you
piss
too,
him off
Twan.
now.
You good, bro? You
Y'all mess
no,
good?
around.
man.
Hey,
I piss Twan off up in here and tell him
No,
don't
no,
ask
no,
him
no,
for a
no,
kiss
no.
next now.
The thing
You
is,
done
listen.
told him you love him about 8 times. Don't ask him for
Yeah,
no kiss now. You cut
yeah,
that
nah,
man
man,
married,
none of
Twan.
that.
Both of y'all married.
Man, what I'm trying to do is, it's a lot of young
Oh
cats
shit.
coming up behind us, and my
CJ is
thing is,
married
man,
when a
if
nigga
we,
laugh at his joke more than anybody else. But that was funny.
that way you know you're old, Red.
if we do,
Yeah, yeah. What?
go ahead, Twan. Go ahead, Twan. Go ahead,
Sorry,
Twan.
I
I'm
was just gonna
sorry,
say,
y'all. I'm sorry.
like sometimes I like to be
Oh
the
man.
example. If we do things the right way, maybe these younger guys will see how we resolve our conflicts, even though this wasn't no conflict. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Maybe they
good?
can feed off it. You know what I'm
Put it
saying?
to
But
rest. Yeah.
all that damn arguing
Mm,
and yelling and name calling, that shit is old, man.
Yeah.
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 Nah,
Nobody's trying to
I'm
hear
not
that
gonna
shit.
resort to name calling on here. No, y'all good. All right, so the defense, okay. So Carolina's defense. Now I think we're going to have to make some adjustments on defense because you're not going to see. I don't think we're going to see the same Atlanta offense like we saw in Week 3. I highly, and I mean
I hope not.
extremely highly doubt that we're going to come anywhere close to beating them 30-0.
I
Okay,
hope
and I
not.
also bring up the
Right.
adjustments on defense because Trevor Wallace is going to be out and Claudio Shirellis is going to take his place. Now, like I was
Mhm.
saying earlier, I'm pretty sure, not pretty sure, but I'm
Kyle
assuming
Pitts.
that Christian Roseboom is going to take the green dot and not Claudio Shirellis. Okay. Will we be able to get this same amount of pressure on Michael Penix that we got on him in Week 3, as well? Because now we weren't able to sack him, but if you look at the picture on the slide right here, there were quite a few plays of what you see right here where Michael Penix had just released the ball and he's getting hit and knocked to the ground. And it
And
led
he
to some
doesn't like
overthrows.
pressure.
Yeah, it led to overthrows, underthrows, and 2 interceptions. Well, no, with the first interception, it was probably just a bad read on Penix to actually throw that ball out there. And Shaw
Yeah.
Smith Wade just made a great play, jumped on the ball, and took it to the house for about 10, 15 yards or whatever it was, and the other
Closer to
one,
20.
I think Drake London, I know he fell, and then Mike Jackson, should have been a pick six, but it wasn't. But let me get
Yeah.
y'all's thoughts and opinions on what y'all think about the defense and how it may pan out tomorrow.
I think the defense is going to be. You talking about our defense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think our defense is going to always do their job. You know what I'm saying? I think that that defensive side of the ball, I think those guys, they look fraternal to me right now. Swarm, you know what I mean when I say fraternal? Like they are all completely
Most
bought
definitely.
into each other. They're completely bought into each other. They're not gonna let nobody talk shit about each other. They're gonna have each other's back. If they mess up, there's gonna be a guy there to tap them on the helmet. Evero, despite him sometimes, has a good thing this year, man. You know what I'm saying? And those guys believe, and when you believe, it's everything. So that defense is always gonna do their job, man. But on the other side of the ball, if they're gonna keep going 3 and out, then it's gonna weigh on that defense. I think we would have gave up less than 17 points against the Saints if the offense could just stay on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Their
I
defense
agree
is
with
just
that.
completely bought in. Like the young guys look good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We see them coming along, but it's stagnant on the offensive side of the ball. Like we love Teteroy, but we know that he ain't going where he expected to be right now. We were all counting him to be rookie of the year this year because we were thinking Bryce was going to play like he played last year towards the end of the year. And now you got people saying the thing, and I don't want to go too much on offense because we're doing a defensive question. Yeah, I'll come back to that with the whole Leggett thing and people wanting him to off the team. But the defense, man, I think the offense should be learning from what that defense is doing because those guys are looking real fraternal right now. And that's who I think teams are game planning for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The assignment is simple on offense, man. Make Bryce throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'll say
The
something to
defense
that.
is looking monstrous, though.
So I
Go ahead,
think that
Wiley.
I think Wallace is going to be missed for this reason. The games that we played great this year, uh, we did our alignment and our assignment, right? The games that we lost, alignment and assignment was missing. The last time Wallace was out of the game, same guy came in. He was too aggressive and he allowed for that big run. Remember Buffalo run that run?
Buffalo. Yep.
Yep, that was him. That was too aggressive. Instead of taking and filling the gap like he was supposed to, he he didn't fill the gap, and he cut back, and that was an 80-yard run. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. The same thing happened in the Jacksonville game. If they do their alignment and assignments, we'll be fine. But if they are out there being too aggressive, then it's going to be a problem. I think that's going to be the key to the defense winning. Everything else is going to work itself out. I think we'll set the edge. Dijon will have problems because we'll be setting the edge. But if we don't do our alignment and assignment, he'll gut us up the middle.
Facts. Tone,
Yeah,
Red,
I
what y'all
pretty
think?
much agree. I
Yeah,
pretty much agree with what everybody is saying. When they say adjustments on defense, one of the biggest adjustments I think playing Bobby Brown at nose guard instead of defensive tackle is the biggest adjustment that I would like to see.
Facts.
Um, we need to take advantage of Atlanta's offensive line because I know they have one or two offensive linemen that's missed this that are missing this game. They have injuries up front. So you
Mm-hmm.
need to not only be able to apply pressure off the edge, you need to apply some pressure up the middle. Um I don't understand why Evero is playing Bobby Brown at defensive tackle when his natural position is nose guard. And I don't understand why Cam Jackson has been inactive because that is supposed to be Bobby Brown's backup at the nose guard position. So when Carolina plays a 5-man front, three defensive linemen and two rush outside linebackers, we have a better chance and have done a better job at stopping the run. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta looks like their passing game, even though it's just one player right now with Drake London, but the past 3 or 4 weeks, Drake London has looked really, really good. He gave Sauce Gardner the business
Facts.
in Berlin. You know what I'm saying? So we just seen how we were suspect against one wide receiver last week when Chris Olave gave us the business. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just because they just down to one wide receiver, I wouldn't hang my hat and say, "Oh, we got a chance," when it's been proven that we can be beat deep with one wide receiver. So, I just want to see some adjustments on that defense, and I want to see it first series, first play. Like come out and establish yourself and say what you want to do. We're not going to allow it. And we all know that Atlanta wants to run the ball first and foremost. So like Red asked the question earlier. What if it comes to an offensive shootout? Right now, I would have to give the edge to Atlanta offensively if it came down to it.
True.
So I'm hoping that the defense can step up and keep playing the way they've been playing early in the part of the year. Like last week was last week. Let's bounce back
Mm-hmm.
and let's get back on track.
Yeah, because if this is a repeat of last year's game in Atlanta, yeah, nah, we not gonna have the offensive
No,
output we had last year.
we we
Yeah.
we we, we are not built as far as scheme wise, the things that we are doing. I ain't talking about what they want to do or trying to do, but
Yeah,
the things that we are actually doing, we are not built to get into a shootout with
Yeah, and I
anybody.
and Tony, I asked that question because I just wanted to look at the other possibility of this game. But my expectation, much like y'all's, I'm sure, is that this will be a defensive contest. That's the strength of both of our teams. Is
Right.
the defensive side of the ball. And to that, I was going to ask you guys. Obviously, like Twan said, and Wiley said, trying to get our zone run game is going to be the focal point of what we try to do. That's the strength of our offense when we can get Bijan out on the edge. Now, will we be able to do that? They're going to try. But I have a question. I know Trevin Wallace is y'all's young linebacker. Is he more y'all's coverage linebacker, or is the other guy, the Rose Boom guy, is he more noted for coverage? Which one of them was a primary coverage linebacker?
Rose
Neither.
hell,
Boom.
neither.
Neither one actually, but it would be
I'm
Neither
about to
Trevor.
say
one.
I
It,
don't
it,
know
it'd be
either
Trevor.
one of
It'd
them.
be Trevor. It'd be
Okay.
Trevor.
I think it's
It's
gonna be
got to
a
be
Trevor.
Trevin over Roseboom. Got to
okay.
be.
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the things that we're gonna try to do tomorrow is to
Wallace
get
ain't
Kyle
playing though.
Pitts. Well, that's why I
Yeah,
asked, because
yeah.
if he's out and that is an injury to your defense, because I think that they will try to create a mismatch
Mm-hmm.
with the usage of Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Pitts has had a quietly decent season this year. Now, I say quietly because all the talk around him is, was he truly a unicorn? He hasn't played up to that.
No.
That's not news to anybody. He's never once again looked close to what he did his rookie year. I think I see with my own eyes a very noticeable uh get a hinge in his knee
Mhm.
when he runs and when he plays. He's not fluid like he was coming out of college in his freshman and his rookie year. And I think that he's back from that injury this many years, but that injury shows it's lagging. I don't think he'll ever run like he used to run freely. Now he's still got the speed. He can still get behind the defense. He can work his way across the middle and pick up some yards at the catch. But I think that they're gonna try to in the attempt, like Tony said, to get somebody else the ball other than Drake London. Because when you have so many receptions going to one receiver, you make it easier for the opposition to defend him, whether it be through double coverage, whether it be through, shading that safety towards him. Y'all are gonna do that. That's what teams are gonna do. And
Right.
Drake London has been taking a lot of punishment when he makes these 50-50 catches because there's so many people around him when Penix delivers the ball to him. So we got to get another receiver going. And I don't mean Bijan. He's been our number 2 receiver. I don't think it's going to be Mooney. I think Mooney, body language wise, me and Jew Talk Sports talked about this the other night with PPP. Body language wise, Darnell
Mm-hmm.
Mooney looks like he's not happy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
Yeah.
and,
He look.
and,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see that too, Tony? Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
like he's not happy. But I said this before. If I'm the quarterback on this team, and I throw you 3 passes, you drop one, and then you make me look bad on the other one or the other 2, I'm going to start throwing the ball at a higher percentage to the receiver who's catching my damn passes. Point
Right.
Mm-hmm.
blank, period. And
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's hard for most people to understand when a quarterback does that. Period. So, again, I think it'll be important to get Kyle Pitts going. Go ahead. I'm sorry, CJ. Oh, you were
But
saluting
Oh,
somebody.
no. I was just
see,
saying,
see,
what's up to JJ Black shit. That's all.
Yeah.
What's going
but
on?
I just want to ask Ray one question because he mentioned something. He brought up something that I want to ask him. You
Yeah.
brought up about Cal Pitts being a unicorn, right?
Yeah.
What made him a unicorn coming out of Florida?
His ability to run with that ball once he catch it.
What was his 40 time at the combine? You remember?
It was a
I do. I
four,
just want
four something. Yeah, I don't
Four
remember
four
no
exactly
something.
what it
Yeah.
was.
4.38. He ran a
Oh.
4.38.
See, I didn't know he was sub
Yeah,
4 at 6'6",
yeah,
250. That shows
yeah.
you
You don't see
why,
that a lot.
no, and why he was projected up there. But listen, man, this ain't news to nobody. I mean, hell, this Red Swarm talking, and he ain't lived up to it.
That's
So
right.
a lot
Facts.
of people think we're gonna let him walk next year. He might be back in Atlanta, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because ain't nobody gonna give Kyle Pitts no monster contract out there on the market.
Mm.
So I don't think it's gonna be that hard for Atlanta to re-sign him. I don't know that they will want to,
Yeah.
or go
Mm,
in a different direction. But he ain't giving us nothing special, and y'all know that. But I'm at least hoping he
right.
can create a mismatch in the game tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was just curious about the unicorn part. What were your definition on the unicorn?
Yeah, I think Tony, they was looking at his size and speed combination. You know what I'm saying? So
Something that we probably haven't seen in a
yeah,
while or
yeah,
hardly ever at that position.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All
He was
right. Thank
overdrafted
you.
without a doubt. He was overdrafted, but I
Yeah.
don't think if we would have took him at 4, he wouldn't have made it out of the top 10. He wouldn't have back at that draft. If you go back and look at it, he
Hey,
wouldn't have made it
Swarm,
out of the top 10.
when we were both playing really good back in the day,
Yeah,
and football been a copycat league, man, and doing what I'm saying, what works.
yeah.
I think two of the things that the Panthers and the Falcons have gotten away from is tight end play. Because when we were good,
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
That is
and y'all
fact.
had
Yep,
Gonzalez.
yep.
Gonzalez.
That's
Yep.
a fact.
And like
Facts.
without a good tight end, neither one of us have looked the same since.
Yeah, that's a fact.
With Olsen, we went all the way to the Super Bowl. Well, I mean, that was one of
And
Cam's
so did
main
we. Yeah,
targets, and so did
yeah,
y'all when y'all
Mm-hmm.
had Gonzalez.
The
yeah.
So
very next year.
Mhm.
when teams get away from that tight end play, you're doing yourself a disadvantage, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I've been saying it for about 2 years now, and
Right.
and it's crazy because Mitchell Evans right now to me is our best pass catching
Mhm.
tight end, all around tight end. He can block and he can catch the ball. Like if you want to stretch the defense, right? And say your other receivers outside of T-back ain't working. Well, you run a lot of 12 personnel, right? 12 personnel, tight end on each side. Tommy Tremble, I don't think he had a pass thrown to him the last 2 weeks. Mitchell Evans
Mm.
probably had 1 or 2 catches in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Like that, there's no tight end play. That's
Yep.
how you become vanilla. when you are continuously doing the same thing over and over, just because it's working for you, that doesn't mean you don't touch on other elements of your game. That's how you
Right.
keep people guessing. That's how
Yep.
you keep the
Exactly.
defense guessing
Mhm.
which way you're going to go with the ball. But
Yep.
now everybody know that you're gonna run Rico Dowdle, and 9 times out of
Twice.
10 you're gonna look for T Mac.
And
Yep.
everybody
Listen,
knows that the tight
Run,
end.
pass.
A lot of people know that the tight end, as far as defensively, is one of the most forgotten positions on offense because
yeah,
when you lure a defense in by thinking this guy is just a blocker until he blocks you and then pulls you to the side
Releases. Hell
and go
yeah.
somewhere and go and get open. So like when we got Canales, that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to get Canales, because you actually have NFL coaches that go, I don't use the tight end like that. Then
Yeah,
you're
some
doing
of them
yourself
do.
a disservice. That's stupid. And what
And
I
I'm
was
gonna
going
yeah.
to tell Tony, and I'm glad Tony was saying it, was
yeah.
Evans is the best looking tight end on the team so far. I thought it was going to be the kid with Texas, but Evans look good. But look, Canales,
Facts.
when that boy's playing well, what are you going to do to reward him?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to
And
keep him engaged? Are you going to throw more passes to him?
I'm gonna
Nah.
tell y'all, man, playing the Colts last weekend, that damn Tyler Warren boy. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
y'all something, man. They got
He
a
went
good
off
one,
later,
boy. He
didn't
gonna
he?
be a good one. He gonna be a good one, man. He gonna be a
I ain't
good
gonna
one.
Okay.
lie. He surprised me. I loved his game at Penn State, but I
Yeah.
didn't think
I
all
didn't
that
see
was
it
going
neither,
to
Tony.
translate
Yeah.
to the NFL. So he
Me
has
either. Me
I was
either.
dead wrong with that one.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and
was
he
yeah.
dead
clutched
wrong.
too, and he clutched too, Tony.
Yeah.
He got that gene, and it's early. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I ain't calling this boy no Travis Kelsey, but he got that gene that when when you going against his team on defense, and he make that back breaking damn catch, that you feel like, how the hell they let him get that wide open? Or how
Mm-hmm.
the hell they let him go up? They knew he was gonna get the ball, and he done still high pointed it and came down with it,
That kid with
man.
Green Bay before he got hurt with us was on his way.
Oh yeah, Tyler Kraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh,
Yeah.
Tucker crap. Oh, he
Good
was
Tyler,
teams.
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
Tucker
Tucker,
he
Kraft.
yeah,
was
I'm
Tucker,
there.
sorry.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tucker
Good
Kraft.
teams have good tight end play.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
You're
right.
absolutely
Well,
right. When
cool
you look
beans,
at all
y'all.
the yeah.
Hey,
Go
CJ,
Oh,
ahead.
can
go
I
ahead,
say
Tone.
this
Go
real
ahead.
quickly as like of a
Hold,
transition on the flip side for the Falcons
hold, hold,
defense? Oh, my
hold
bad,
on,
my bad,
Red. Hold on,
my
Red. Go
bad.
ahead, Tone. Go ahead and finish what you gonna say.
Oh no, it was no, it was nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all go
All
ahead.
right, go ahead, Red.
So just quickly, because I know we discussed the Panthers defense, but I say on the flip
Mm.
side, I think defensively, we've done a much better job as of late. It's kind of hard. Y'all gonna say, what? Are you serious? Um, stopping the run.
Glad you said it.
Yeah, because
You said with straight face. 300,
yeah,
300,
well,
300 and
Wiley,
something yards. Got
well,
it. Got it.
Wiley. I mean, I got, I can't say that without saying what we did in New England and in other games. But
Yeah.
yeah, you might say, "Damn, Red, come on, man, what the hell you talking about?" We saw what Jonathan Taylor did to y'all.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like us. We were like, yeah, we stop and run. Then James Cook run for 200. Like,
That's
chill.
Yeah,
true. That's
yeah.
very true.
So
That's very
so
true.
so
That's very
CJ, it
true.
happens, but I think when you
Mm,
look at that game as a whole, just like with y'all, James Cook broke a big one. Jonathan Taylor
couple
broke a
of them.
big one, but he still had a 150-yard day outside of that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I still look at the whole of defense, and they have done better. Everybody knows the strength of y'all defense is your run defense. That's not the strength of the Falcons defense. I'm saying I'm trying to have some hope of get that we can stop Rico Dowdle is what I'm saying. But outside of that, I'm saying that my pass defense is there. Them young bucks
mm,
coming off of the edge. Jalen Walker as of lately, who leads all rookies in in sacks with 4 in
mm.
7 games because he missed 3 games. That being
Yeah.
said, and James Pierce Jr. is at the top in pressures. I expect it to be a different game
Mm-hmm.
if Bryce has to put the ball up than what you saw in week 3. They had
Facts.
6 sacks 2 weeks ago. They had 7 sacks as a defense last week. And that's what Jeff Ulbricht's calling card is dialing up pressure. So that's what I hope we can do defensively is
Okay.
slow Rico down, slow him down, because I think he's going to have a bounce back game. Honestly, I do. He wasn't as productive last week. He's out for a contract. I think Rico wants to run wild on us. So if we slow him down, don't let him look like Jonathan Taylor last week, and force Bryce to throw the ball, if we can keep Tet under 100 yards and just put a stranglehold on the rest of the passing game, that's all I can hope for.
So
in
man,
Atlanta.
y'all done let Red Swarm get ahead of a point that I was gonna make because I'm like, I know they're
My
gonna
bad.
go there
Make
later
your
on in
point.
the show.
Make your point. But
Nah, because I was like, I was gonna wait.
Twan, I think it was appropriate for me to segue to the
Yeah.
Falcons defense as the Falcons fan in here. That's all. Thank you, CJ. I
You're
yield the
welcome,
floor,
buddy.
sir. Yes.
I was like, when they go on that side of the ball is when I'll do it. Be like, that damn Red Swarm be getting ahead. It's like, nah, I ain't got a point. Motherfucker just took
All
it
right.
from me.
Well, cool beans. All right. So defense on both sides of the ball from our perspective, and thank you, Red, from defensive perspective from the Falcons as well. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next slide here. Okay, so y'all know Austin Corbett started last game at right guard. If I'm not I started he started last game at right guard. He was at center versus the Packers, and then my man here at the bottom, Jake Curhan, had to come in at right guard because Chandler Zavala got hurt. Well, now Chandler Zavala is going to be starting at right guard. Okay, and my thing for bringing up this slide is you saw the game that Jake Curhan had against the Green Bay Packers. Do y'all think that it was that it's okay to bring Zavala back? Because we all know. Okay, I tried to hold out on this, but Zavala is injury prone. He's injury prone as hell. I was holding out some hope for him. But do y'all? And I know Tony is going to say this about Corbett. Corbett is a little light and ass at times, and he does end up getting pushed in the backfield.
On his ass.
Quite a bit. So in y'all opinion, I ain't gonna spend too long on this one because I got this one and one more slide, and then we'll get to the predictions. But do y'all think this was the right call putting Zavala in for Corbett?
Nope.
Okay.
No. I would like to see Jake Curhan get another shot. He played extremely well in that Green Bay game. From when he played left guard, he played good, and they switched him back to right guard. He played good. In that game, he was particularly the you can look at him at the offensive line and say he was the weak. He would have been the weakest link of the offensive line that week, and he wasn't. He played really good, and just like you said, CJ, because Chandler Zavala stay injured, like he stays injured. Like for some reason he can't make it through a game. But I'm glad that we got Jake Curhan. I hope he's active Sunday. My feelings with Austin Corbett, same as it's been since he first got here, which was a problem for him when he was with the Rams. He's good in the run game, but he's suspect in the pass game. And I think those two knee injuries that he has limited him a lot with his mobility. He doesn't look as flexible or loose in the hips, maybe as he once was. So, that's my thing with Austin Corbett. And I mean, whether or not he got more years in him or not, I would like for us to go forward with another option as a backup to right guard. And I'll be glad when Robert Hunt comes back.
Hey, but you know what though? It's probably gonna be some change because Corbett only signed a 1-year deal. If I'm not mistaken, well no, this is Zavala's because Icky is this is Icky's 4th year, so this is Zavala's 3rd. Okay, so he still has another year left on his contract because he came in the year after Icky. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, but if you
It might be the thing. Go ahead, Wild.
now, I like the Jake guy for this reason. If you look at his center of gravity, and this is the reason
Mm,
why he's playing better. Savala and Corbin is he's more thick there. You got a stronger
mm,
base, therefore they can't run him over as easy. You know what I mean? Those other guys
gotcha.
kind of top heavy, even though they're the same weight, but it's how it's distributed over the body. So
Okay.
yeah, and he's very nimble for his size. So I'll and he don't cost that much. I'll resign him because Austin Corbin resigning him is gonna cost a minute. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully Robert Hunt come back next year and is healthy the whole year. But behind him is definitely gonna be some changes, I do believe. All right.
Well,
But yeah.
right now we're paying Austin Corbett. His base salary is 1.2 million. He had
Mm-hmm.
$2.1 million signing bonus, 1.9 restructured proration, and he counts 5.6 million towards the cap. So this is basically like a pay reduction off his initial contract that he signed with Carolina. I think it was 3 years, 27 million. So when he signed at significantly less than what his original 3 year contract was with Carolina. So you could look at Austin Corbin and say for his amount of years in the league and his experience, like he's on a bargain contract right now, to be honest.
Facts. Okay.
But that don't mean we
All
keep
right.
him. Let
Yeah,
me
That's
say
yeah.
that.
We
true.
That
don't
don't
need-
mean
we
we
don't need
keep
that
him.
bargain. We don't need that bargain. We don't
Yeah,
need that bargain.
yeah.
Okay. All
Let me
right.
be clear with that.
All right, bet. Okay. All right, so we go ahead and move on here. All right, so y'all know the old saying where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. So if y'all saw the press conference, well not the interview with Nick Scorton early in this week, and he was like, it's some folks that got big headed, this week, and basically we didn't show up during the game and all that good stuff. And then you saw Derek Brown and JC Horn, and they were asked about practice, and JC Horn was like, practice was great, and he goes, well, no, it wasn't. I ain't gonna say great, but here's the clip. Here's the clip. Let me show this right here.
Sound great. Just like, well, I won't say it was great, but practice been practice. The same as been every week.
Y'all see that look that Derek Brown
I did
Ooh,
not
gave
see.
him
I
at
did
the
not
end?
see that one.
these
Oh
guys.
wow!
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Yo, I
These
had
guys
to
Wow!
are
bring
tired
that
of
up.
lying, bro. They're tired of lying.
I had to bring that up because it had said something to Dave Canales about it too, and he asked him about Nick Scorton, and he was like, we're going to handle those type of things, in house and all that. But yeah, man, me personally, I think there's a little bit more to this. I think some of these guys are getting, they're getting a little frustrated. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they frustrated, well, I know Dave was probably frustrated at Scorton just a little bit for saying, what he said. And then because he has that leadership council with the players that they meet every few weeks or
Every
whatever.
4 weeks.
So
Yeah.
so I know they got together, and maybe I don't know about particularly this week or not, but I know they probably got together in the past and discussed things. But I thought this was interesting, and I had to bring this up because whether it amounts to a bunch of nothing or whether it amounts to something, I think we all need to remember this week in these couple interviews, so some stuff pop off, we can be like, you know what, we saw it, there were signs of it, and this is where it started. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So
You know that
I
they
that's
say they
that's
say
crazy.
sometimes when you don't say anything, it's like it says it all.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they said silence can be very loud at times.
and
Yeah.
the thing with Scorton, man, look, I salute you. If there's any chance of you watching this show right now, I salute you, man. Canales wants us to be some Boy Scouts and march around and hold hands, two in a pair. You know how you used to walk when we was kids and you was in kindergarten, you had to hold one of your little classmates' hands everywhere y'all went. He wants us to be some Boy Scouts. He wants a football team to take on his personality. He wants a football team to be with a mediated rate of rage. When you know in football, you have to be able to turn it on and turn it off. And these guys are like, look, man, let's face it, a lot of football players are alpha males. And these guys are like, man, it's one thing that you want us to play your way, and we get that as a head coach. But don't tell us how to be men. Don't tell us what we can't be angry about. Look, I told the truth. I feel like he did it in a nice way. It's like, bro, look, if I plead the fifth, you should be glad that I plead the fifth, opposed to just going off. Like it could be, I could be the dude over there with the Philadelphia Eagles. Their wide receiver. What's his name? The wide receiver with the Eagles that just keep.
Oh, you talking about the guy that got it? Yeah,
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown gets in front of the damn mics now and goes off, and they're winning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you should be glad that I didn't say much or whatever. And then he's probably doing that because he's a rookie. J.C. Horn and Derek Brown are like, yeah. Like, man, yeah, bro, I'm not going to say much or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and try to help anybody's feelings around, because they get to that point where some players let coaches know, look, bro, I can really say what I want, because they'll let you go before they let me go. You know what I'm saying? And who cares that Canales didn't like it? Because we already knew it.
Hey, Avery said JC already clapped at a certain QB for hardly getting the ball beyond 5 yards.
Oh my God.
Secondary must hate practicing against our ones. Hey, shout out to you, Aries, man. Appreciate you. you know, and my thing is this too. Okay, so you get the comment about Canales saying, okay, when we have more success with these deep passes downfield in games and in practice, I mean, hey, what Aries said right here, I can't sit here and be like, oh well, no, that's not the case. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So we'll have to see. Yeah, man. But let me tell you, this crap right here is I think it's going to get more interesting before it gets just swept to the corner. Correct. So we'll see.
Yeah. Swarm wanted me to let y'all know that he had to pull away to go get something to eat. Like his blood pressure's down. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Swarm, man. Go ahead. All right. Cool beans. All right. So, Tone, Wiley, anything on this slide before we go? Not before we go to the next. We got one more.
No, I was surprised because I hadn't seen that video, and I haven't watched the Brad Isaac video from yesterday. But that's crazy. I just hate that when things get out the locker room. What goes on in the locker room, should stay in the locker room. It shouldn't be voiced by the players to the media about whatever problem is going on in the locker room. I don't like what they did. I don't like what AJ Brown is doing. I just that's just me. I've never liked that. You know what I'm saying? So, but because now you put it in the hands of people that don't necessarily have good intentions or your best interest at heart. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
keeping it house. What happened in your house, that stay in your house. So
I got you.
Well,
hey, let me say something.
Go ahead, Wally. I want to say after you.
Yeah. All I'm saying is this: Tony trying to be
he's trying to be positive, Tony.
Hey, no. What I'm saying is, those reporters' job is to make controversy. They get paid to make controversy. So,
true.
Hello, you don't give them no oxygen.
That's why you keeping it. That's why you keeping it our house and keep your damn mouth closed. That's what I'm saying.
Man, let me tell you, Nick Scorton gave him a 40-gallon tank full of gasoline, and I promise you, they sitting there with the arrows with the flame on the end of it, and they like, you know what?
Yeah,
man.
those
Yeah.
reporters ain't your, oh my fault. Go ahead, Twan.
No, you got it. You got it. Go ahead. I'll speak after you.
I don't say like those reporters ain't your friend.
No.
We all have witnessed David Newton in the interview when
Boy.
in the pressers. Nobody likes that dude. Everybody feels like he's a snake in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Joe Person ain't too far behind. You know, they ask
Mm-hmm.
questions, you know, that can generate clicks and things like that when they write their article. That's what I'm saying. Like you can they have a job. But whatever they want to be negative or positive, you are not required to say anything about what's going on in
Facts.
practice.
Yeah.
You're
What?
not required. You're required to be there. It is not in your job description that say I have to tell you that we've been playing like shit in practice just
I'm just
because
here
you
so I don't
asked
get
me about
fined.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
As far
you are not required you're not required to answer the question like they want you to answer it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
well, okay, so when it comes to the journalism part, I see it differently because I love a I love a journalist or a reporter that asks the questions that the people want to ask. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That ask the hard
Yeah,
questions. I hate
yeah,
like
all means.
I don't like the reporters the family reporters that that's like we just gonna pump y'all up all the time, even when y'all don't need to be pumped up. I don't really care for Newton or your other boy either, but sometimes they ask questions that nobody willing to ask, that we're all
Mm-hmm.
thinking. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I love
That's
those
true.
reporters that push teams sometimes from that when they don't want to state the obvious when we're looking. Like I said yesterday, I said, why don't the Carolina Panthers front office sometimes why don't when y'all go up there to that podium, why don't y'all assume sometimes that we're not dumb and that we have two eyes and we see what's going on? Opposed to y'all constantly
Hmm.
trying to treat us like some idiots and going, oh no, it's just like in that damn Izzy video yesterday that y'all should check
Mm-hmm.
out. You know,
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
and just assume that we're not stupid and that like look, let's give some of these people some credit, man, and like stop trying to talk to them like they're absolute idiots. Like they got eyes, they see what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So look,
Hmm.
that's why I said kudos to Nick Scorton or whatever, and I agree with Tony still to an extent. Some stuff you should never let get out, but how bad the team is playing, that ain't a secret.
No, it's
That
not
ain't
a
a
Yeah.
secret.
secret.
I
So
think
when them
Nick
guys look at each
Scorton
other
could
like,
have.
I don't want a lot of these people, man. I
Yeah,
get it.
I, I think he could have worded what he wanted to say differently. Not that there was anything saying, yeah, we didn't practice good this week. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't have to
Yeah.
get into talk
Some
about
people.
guys. Yeah, certain people don't take it serious or think it's a game. Like to me, that's too much. Cause now you about to open Pandora's box, which
Well,
they basically have.
okay.
Yeah, they basically have. Cause now that is what Panther Nation is talking about. We talking about it right now on this podcast about you know the interviews that was given out this week. You know what I'm saying?
But Tony, it's
Mm-hmm.
because we're not stupid. We
No, I
it's because we're
no
not
Yeah.
dumb.
so
We
But
know.
the
so
thing is though.
all I
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, the thing
Uh,
what I'm saying is the journalists they have a right to ask
Right.
whatever question they want to ask. Anything or any question that they want to ask, they have a right to ask it. That's their job, right? Cool.
Mhm.
I get that. The player's job is not to make their job easy. They don't have to do what you want them to do because that's your job. They don't work for you. They are being they're being made available to answer questions. And it isn't in their contract to say that every question that you ask them, we have to answer. That's all I'm saying. Be smart about how you answer these questions. You know what I'm saying? Think about the
yeah.
repercussions that it's going to cause to your team, to your locker room, or whatever individual that you may have that you may be talking about. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a smarter way to do them. You know what I mean, to answer those questions. I don't think Nick Scorton answered that question to the best of his ability to keep the temperature down because
Yeah.
it's
And, and,
flaming
and
hot all week.
Yeah,
Hey
and I
Tony,
don't. And the thing is, I
right?
don't think he did it on purpose either. I don't think it
Right,
was
right.
purposeful from Nick Scorton. I think at the moment he was probably just saying what he was thinking. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the
Yeah.
question was a very simple question because I don't. It wasn't one of those where it's like, well, what do you see going on? What is the blah 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 blah? And they were just saying, if I'm not mistaken, the question was like, I know y'all disappointed in your performance. Something. I'm probably saying it all wrong, but I don't think the question was like one of those super loaded questions that
Mhm.
a lot of these reporters have. I think it was just a basic question, and I think at that moment in time, Nick was just like, you know what, blah 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 blah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's me, man. Look, I don't like. Well, this what I want to challenge Tony on is like is I agree it is a point that you don't cross, but I don't think any of these dudes cross that point. My thing is, when do you stop saying or start saying things? 'Cause look, either you're gonna say what you feel or you're gonna say what somebody else told you to say. My thing is, and the only thing I challenge you on, Tony, is this: even if they perfectly quiet and don't say nothing, the Pandora's box has already been open. We still are bad on offense. It's still not going to change on offense. If you had a bad practice, and I said, look, I ain't going to tell y'all we had a bad practice, it's still going to show up on Sunday. So you being quiet about it is one thing, but we already know. Look, man, look. Anybody play football, know the game, whatever, you are going to play on Sunday the way you practiced.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
true.
I'm tired and we're all tired of hearing about how great Bryce is in practice. You can't hit Bryce in practice. You can't really put a lot of pressure on Bryce in practice. He should look like a superstar in practice. And now I think that we got these guys now, like unlike in the past. I remember when Brian Burns and them was here, when Bryce first got here, and they was just like, "Oh man, he's magnificent," and but y'all should see him in practice and whatever. Now these guys are no longer willing to just like look. They're like, these people ain't stupid, and I'm not gonna treat them like they stupid. I'm not gonna tell them what they want to hear, but I ain't gonna sit back like the Cub Scout and be like, so if we didn't have a good practice. Maybe it did ruffle Canals the wrong way, but we ain't having good practice, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Crossing the line is me going further into it.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't think it was intentional by Nick Scorton at all. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show you how that little bit of what he said can turn
Could be
into
taken in the wrong way.
Yeah, and I don't think that it's like it's what's the word? I don't think it's like DEFCON 1 or something. I think 1 is the worst one, right? Not 5.
Yeah, DEFCON 1
Yeah,
is
one is
yeah, okay. Because I always get them mixed up. I don't think it's DEFCON 1. I still think we probably sitting around DEFCON 5 or not, or whatever. But Aries got another comment. She said, "I still feel like Nick was willing to be as unfiltered as he was, and that tells me he's probably aired out his grievances to the coaches, and due to the loss, maybe he didn't feel heard." You know what? I mean, hey,
I
that's
haven't
definitely a
even seen
possibility.
it. I haven't even seen the Nick Scorton video. So now, but Tony, CJ, if you don't mind, could you play that clip again? I've never seen. I want to see them looking at each. I want to get the energy from that clip just one more time, if you don't mind, bro.
Because it wasn't just his interview. It was Scott Fowler talking to JT Sanders. Because he basically said that practice wasn't good this week, and basically what you just saw this past Sunday, that's how practice went. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
We need to
God.
lock in.
Oh my God.
We need to lock in more. What does he say? I had to find it. It was on It was on Twitter, CJ. If
Okay.
anybody want to look for it, I saw it on Twitter. When they first started talking about it, then I saw the Nick Scorton video, and I was like, well, damn, you got two people saying the same thing. So
I'm like,
evidently,
great.
Mm-hmm.
there's something
Yeah.
there's something going on in practice.
Like, hey, what the slide say? Where there's smoke, it's fire. Hey, and
Smoke
real
is
quick,
fire.
it's crazy. Since Red left, like Kenny said, let me tell you, A&M, it's 30-24 South
Yeah, I'm
Carolina right
watching.
now,
I'm watching over
and
it.
A&M got the ball.
God,
Yeah,
dog.
slow comeback.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, here it is. Here it is, Twan. Hold on one
Appreciate it,
second.
brother.
Sound great. Just like, well, I won't say it was great, but practice been practice. The same as been every week.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Let me
not
say,
no, no.
I don't want to
He
say
was
it's
talking
been
about the Nick.
great.
He was talking about the Nick Scorton one, CJ. He was talking about. Do you have
Oh,
the Nick
I don't.
Scorton one?
No, I was
I
talking
ain't
about
got
that
that
one.
one.
But look, I
Oh,
ain't
okay,
seen it.
okay.
Yeah, but I ain't seen the Nick Scorton one. I'll find it.
Yeah.
But that
Because
one
I
right
got
there,
that
man.
Sheena has it on her page.
Oh,
Because I got that
Okay.
picture from there. Yeah.
that
Shout
is
out to Sheena.
crazy.
That's wild there, man.
That's
That's
crazy
wild.
right
Yeah.
there, bro.
But
Because let me tell you,
yeah,
Derek Brown looked at him and was like, bruh,
nigga.
like,
Shut up.
don't
Shut
say
up. Shut up.
that. he was like, what you doing?
No, I
He looked at
I
JT
thought
like
Derek
this.
Brown was
This
agreeing with him
motherfucker.
and choosing to be quiet.
He was agreeing with him.
I
He was
thought
like, shut
Derek
up.
Brown was
Shut
like,
up.
bro, you just said
But
something
hold
I
on.
wanted to say.
But hold on. Let's play it again. Now he probably did agree with him, but that I have seen that look countless times in my 43 years. That look was like, shut up. Why did
But,
you just
but,
say that?
Let
I
me see if
know
I
that
see
look.
that. Let me see if I see
But
that.
hold on, here it is.
hold on before you play it,
Go ahead.
CJ. When JC Horns stopped talking, look how he looked down. He didn't look at
Yeah,
Derek Brown way. He
yeah,
No,
looked
he
at how he looked
uh-huh.
down.
Yeah, because he knew he was about to say something. Here you go.
Yeah.
Sound great. Just like, well, I won't say it was great, but
He looked.
practice been practice. The same as been every week.
Uh-oh. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. I know that
Bro,
look. I know that look.
I just
Let
think
me
it
tell you,
was
he
shocked,
looking
and he
like
was just like, I
what?
agree with you. I ain't gonna say that. Hey,
Really?
look, what Tony, CJ see one thing, I see him going, yeah, I agree with that shit. I'm just not gonna say that.
Nah, bro. Nah, I look, Twan, I
Nah.
gotta respectfully disagree on
I
that.
would have
He
thought he
he
would have looked at him more
that
disappointed. They don't look disappointed to me, bro.
Nah, let me say, if he would have agreed with him and what he probably would just been like and kind of looked down like JC did and just turned
Mhm.
around. Derek Brown looked at him like, dog, why? Like this ain't the time. Like don't do that. Hold on. Let
But he's
me
smiling
let me
though.
go back just a
Looking
hair.
like he's
Let me go
smiling
back just a
though.
hair. Look at him. Look, yeah.
It
Yo.
could go either way, man. It could go either way, bro.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying though. I don't know what that was.
Nah, Twan, you know he didn't want to hear that.
But we all know it though, man. It's like we ain't dumb. We all know what's going on.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, Nick?
clear.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
What's up,
What's
Nick?
up,
What's
Nothing
up,
What's
much,
brother?
good,
man.
Nick?
Nothing
Hey,
much.
I'm watching hopefully the Panthers next quarterback pull off an amazing second half comeback. Y'all watching the Texas A&M South Carolina game right now?
Yeah, I got it on
In the
TV.
background.
Now that I got ESPN back, thanks a lot, YouTube and Disney.
Y'all watching
Oh,
Marcel
they was
Reed
doing
put
that
on a show?
ESPN beef again.
Yeah, they finally came to an agreement yesterday, I believe. So, now we back full stock now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's going on with you, Nick?
I'm good. Hey, same old stuff, man. How you doing? How's the family?
Everybody doing good, man.
That's
Doing
good,
good.
bro.
Oh,
Good to hear.
speaking of family, real quick, shout out to my boy Cameron Wilson. He is the head drum major at North Carolina Central University. We went for a senior night last night, and I had the pleasure to help escort him, off the field. And when I say things of fatherhood, that was probably ranks up there with one of the best things that I have experienced. All right, that was my first HBCU game. Got to experience the fifth quarter. Only thing was I was cold as hell. because I had a hoodie with me, but I didn't bring. I got a hoodie that says Armchair GM CJ on the back and the number 8, and I was like, let me not wear this out here. And I had on another little jacket that didn't have a hood on it, so it was cold. It was cold, but it was definitely an experience.
Let me tell your ass something, CJ. Let me tell your ass something.
What's that? What's up?
The next time you bring your black ass to Durham, North Carolina,
and
you don't hit your boy up.
Hey, we went and came right back.
You in my neck of the woods at the illustrious North Carolina Central University, man. Might I add?
Yes, sir. I got you. Well, yeah, but we went
Central Sound Machine, man, and all that going over there, bro.
Yeah, look, they lost
that loss.
Yeah, I must say they lost to South Carolina State, man. It was it was a damn good game. Damn good game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. But
CJ was in the backyard and didn't know it.
Yeah, I mean my apologies. My apologies.
CJ said, "How the hell was I gonna hit you up? I ain't got your phone number."
Hey, well, real quick, Nick, since you're in here, because we we about to get to the score predictions here. But let me get your thoughts on this here real quick with what Nick Scorton said and Horn and Derek Brown and Canales. You hear me, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was saying, let me get your thoughts on this slide right here with Scorton's comments and the rest of it.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was kind of, to me, it's kind of alarming that a rookie comes into the NFL. He just completes his 10th game in the NFL, and he comes in the locker room talking about he doesn't dime anyone out. Thank God he didn't do that. That would have been horrible. But talking about guys got their heads shoved up their culos. You know what I mean? Just they got a big head and this and that. And it's like that's kind of alarming to me, CJ, because it's like we've been horrible for a few years. Then we get above 500. Now we get complacent. That's not the signs. And I blame a little bit of that on leadership. Practice was lackadaisical on Thursday. That's not a good sign to me. And the fact that guys are doing that. And then you got Icky's comments along with Scorton, and now you got Derek Brown and JC doing interviews together. Like to me, it's kind of I'm like reading between. I'm a big person. I read between the lines. Like I'm sensing some type of locker room type of something going on in the locker room right now. Yeah, there's definitely some tension going on in the locker room between some players. I don't know who, what, but from what I'm looking at, it sure as heck seems like it.
It's the offense versus the defense. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now. It's the offense versus the defense. The thing is in football is the cardinal rule is that offense don't talk about defense, and defense doesn't talk about offense.
Facts.
But this defense is playing so well that if they who knows what they say in the locker room? They may be having words for each other in the locker room, but the defense ain't calling each other out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see guys getting into fights, even in college, where it's like, man, look, you stay on your side of the ball and don't worry about what we're doing over here. But we're a team. I have to worry about what you're doing over there. And when you're going 3 and out every fucking play, and I'm out here killing myself, then when you lose it on top of it, that causes tension. Somebody gonna say something.
There is nothing more demoralizing as a defensive player than your offense constantly going 3 and out.
Exactly.
There's nothing more demoralizing.
Yeah, that was bad in that Saints game. And I will say this: we haven't seen the offense go 3 and out like that in a minute. You know what I mean? Now last year it was a lot of it, but
that was a recurring theme. Yeah.
Yeah, but this year I can honestly say that it had. I'm not saying we haven't had any 3 and outs, but it was like we got the touchdown, and my God, I think every offensive possession after that was 3 and out.
Oh yeah,
or a turnover. Yeah, every single one of them.
The whole second quarter, we had 4 drives, and they were all 3 and outs.
Yeah, the whole second quarter, and then hell, if I ain't mistaken, Nick, most of the second half was 3 and outs. I think maybe the only one that wasn't was a 4-play drive that ended I think it ended in the pick. No, not the pick.
The missed field goal. that we ended up
Yeah,
luckily getting back off a
yeah, that was
technicality,
wild.
which I don't know about y'all. I've been watching football for 25 years. I didn't even know about that rule till this game this past Sunday about if it gets
Yeah,
deflected and then it goes past the line of scrimmage. I was like, what? I just thought a block kick was a block kick.
Yeah, man,
You
that
know?
shit has happened
Nah,
Because
before,
it
man.
may
when
Just
we
stay
blocked the
calm.
kick,
it may
Twan and CJ, when we blocked the kick, I was so mad. I was like, man, I had to walk away from the TV. I came back and I saw we had the ball. I'm like, wait, what? We got the ball
yeah.
back?
but then
Think about me sitting in the stadium.
And we
that's why
just
they
wasn't
tell
mad at it
you
because we got the
that
ball.
that's
Go
why
ahead,
they
Tone.
tell you when you block when you block a field goal,
Don't
you
touch the
know.
ball.
Yeah, well, when you block it and it go past the line of scrimmage, don't go and touch the ball. Let it be a dead ball foul. I mean, let it be a dead ball. Let that stop the clock, and you get the ball back at the line of scrimmage. If you go and touch that ball, so say you at the 35 and you're trying to kick a field goal, and the defensive team block it, and that ball rolls down to the 8 yard line. That's why you always see defensive players say, "Get away, get away, get away." Because the ball is still live until it is blown dead. If you go and touch that ball,
It's
just like
live.
the ball hit that Saints player when it crossed the line of
And just
scrimmage,
had them up.
even though he didn't try to, it touched him. That means it was still live and it was a change of possession.
You know what
That's
was
why
the
we play
wildest part
ball.
to me, Tony? The fact that he blocked it, it hit Ike Aquano in the helmet.
Yeah, in the
And
helmet.
then it
Yeah,
bounced over and touched the Saints player.
yeah,
I was like, oh,
It's
this
a
is
yeah,
Mm.
blocky.
it's a shit rule
yeah.
though. Hey, at the end of the day, it's a shitty rule that they need to get away. Get that rule out of
There's
here.
a
That's
few
a
out. They
shit
need to get
rule.
that out. They need to get the tush push out. They need to do a lot of different things.
The
You know
other thing
what?
is go ahead, go.
Speaking of that, and not necessarily a rule, but my thing is, I think the replay should be broadened as well.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you will get a replay of somebody in the stands absolutely grabbing a wide receiver and pulling them down, and you can't challenge that. You get what I'm
That's
Yeah.
saying?
crazy.
You know,
How
now
can you
mind you,
not?
I think
Yeah,
the
I
way,
agree,
yeah,
CJ.
I
Like
think the way they
Philly
do it,
constantly
okay,
gets away with that false start, bro. It's insane.
yeah. You still got you got a potential of 3 challenges. Okay. If you win the first 2, you get another one. But they do need to broaden, what you're able to challenge, because some of those plays that you cannot challenge, they are the deciding factor in a lot of these games. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So my thing is, if you broaden it, it's not going to make the game any longer, because you still only got 2 challenges and possibly 3.
Yeah.
And we're doing that now, but you still should be able to challenge more things in my point. But I ain't gonna, like you said, Nick, that was a crazy rule. And we sitting up in the stands, and mind you, I'm thinking they went to
Perplexed.
commercial break. I think they went to commercial break or something, because we just sitting there chilling. I'm sitting there eating some Bojangles, and I'm like, okay, well, they taking a minute, blah blah. Next thing you know, the ruling on the field and blah blah blah. I looked at my wife and I looked at the guy next to him, and I was like, okay, shit, I'll take
But
We'll take
CJ,
it.
let me
We'll
ask
take
CJ this
it.
question. CJ, did you care when they said it was Panthers ball? Did you give a fuck?
Absolutely not. I sure didn't. Absolutely not. Hey, look, we was high fiving all around, like, hell yeah, we'll take
I do not care what that rule is.
it.
We got the ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
All
other,
right.
the
Well,
other
cool.
two dumb rules I want to point out too is illegal formation. They need to get rid of that shit too. It doesn't give an offense an advantage. An illegal man downfield. As a matter of fact,
thank you,
that
Quan.
hurts your offense.
Yeah, now
Oh my
That hurts
God.
the
that is
offense.
a rule.
That's the
That is
dumbest
a
damn
dumb
rule
rule.
ever.
Yeah.
God, that is a stupid rule.
How does that help
My
me
thing-
that my lineman is downfield?
Like my thing is, he's ineligible for to catch the ball. So I'm
Exactly.
sorry,
I
Tone.
can't
Go ahead.
throw
Go
it
ahead,
to him.
Tone. Go ahead, Tone.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's not like he's going to be receiving the ball. He can't receive the ball. So you mean to tell
Exactly.
me you know that the lineman is, especially like a screenplay or something. He takes a step past, or 2 yards down the field. That's such a strategic advantage for the
dumb shit.
offense that it deserves a 5-yard penalty. Man, miss me with that. I cannot stand that
Y'all
rule.
playing the game.
I hate it. I hate it.
That's
I hate it.
illegal.
Is
And I
it? Is
hate
it?
Go ahead, Tone.
I hate the holding calls away from the ball, or the defensive pass interference that's away for the ball. Like we just ran a screen to the right side of the field, but you could call defensive pass interference on the opposite side of the field that had nothing to do with the play whatsoever. I hate it.
If
I
you
hated
holding me,
that.
you holding
Okay.
me. I don't give a fuck if the ball not coming to me. You holding me. I'm gonna need that one to stay in play.
Yeah, I just think it's a dumb rule. This is a
Get
dumb
the
rule.
damn hands off me.
Is it true? I know that they said that they might be looking into it, but is it true that they're saying that you may be able to challenge penalties?
Well, they do it
I
in
don't
the
know.
NBA. So the NFL is too cocky to let motherfuckers challenge their
You
terrible
know what's
call.
crazy, Twan? Have you ever watched a soccer game? They have a VAR, the video assistant replay. That's the best thing that soccer ever did, bro.
Well, that's what the NFL. You know, the NFL said, okay, we put the chips in the ball, so now we're not
Yeah,
have to
bro,
use the
that's
sticks
it.
no more, right?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
they've already used the polls to measure at least 15 times this year. If it's really a chip in the ball, then why do y'all need that?
For real. For real. Like in soccer, they just use the offside line or the goal line. They slow it down, and then the chip on the ball or the player like will determine if they're offside or not. It's I don't know. Like I think
Try to say tennis.
Oh, tennis,
Tennis
exactly. That's
started
another
it.
Oh,
good
they got a
point.
whole virtual system.
They give you the results right away.
Right away, bro. You know within 15, 20 seconds if that ball is in or out.
That's why
All right,
that's
y'all.
why people would never trust the NFL, man. Like it's taking y'all forever to tell us where the ball need to be spotted.
Yeah, for real. I feel you. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this on up, y'all. The last slide I got here. All right, predictions. Okay. In the chat, y'all give me y'all predictions. Everybody up here on the panel, go ahead and Nick, go ahead and start first. Let me get your prediction. We'll go on up from you.
May I ask you, kind sir, are you asking me what my mind is telling me or what my heart is telling me?
Both.
My heart tells me the Panthers are going to win. My mind tells me Atlanta's going to win because I think Jeff Ulbrich will have a very complex defensive scheme that will bother the Panthers and Bryce Young specifically in the pocket, and they're going to do a lot of the same things New Orleans did. Shout out Twan and the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. They had a show yesterday. The blueprint is out on how to stop Bryce. It's fairly simple. You know, it's fairly simple. You load the box, you stop the run, you blitz from the edge, and you make Bryce try and beat you down the boundaries. And I think Atlanta has the secondary to cover our guys, and they certainly have the linebacking core and the D coordinator to scheme up some hellified blitzes.
All right, Wally.
I'm gonna take shoot, this is hard. I'm gonna take Carolina. 20 to 17. 2017 Carolina.
All right. Go on.
My fault. I'm gonna go 24-19 Atlanta. My fault, CJ.
You good.
Yeah, I got the Falcons winning this game, man, because well, Nick just said it. Look, I mean, New Orleans put the blueprint out there. Look, make Bryce throw the ball and just play Rico. You know what I'm saying? Just play Rico. Make Bryce beat you in the air. He hasn't proven that he can do that all year. And yeah, it's gonna be a copycat league going this far going on. Teams won't stop playing Rico until Bryce can prove he can put the ball in the air, and we move the ball that way. And I'm telling y'all, man, I just don't think Bryce's heart is in this shit no more, man. If it ever was, you know. And when I saw him getting booed in that last game, he didn't even care, man. You could tell he's over it. So going into this game, and just what CJ just showed me, that video, hell no, we ain't winning.
All right, you got a score, or did I miss it?
Falcons by 17.
Ooh, damn. Tone?
Duh.
I think Carolina about 4. I think it's going to be 21-17.
Okay.
The only other thing I'll say about that shit is that, man, bro, Bryce just seems like I don't know. We get it up. He's a Falcons killer. That's the only thing, bro. If he get up for one game, it's that one.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said earlier in the season, I'm not gonna get no more predictions because I promise you, every time I go one way, the Panthers go the other. So that I just start getting everybody else's predictions because for the first God Almighty, the first 4 weeks of the season, every time I picked the Panthers to win, they lost. Every time I picked the Panthers to lose, they won. So, but yeah, but I appreciate everybody up here, man. I swear I do. All right, so let me go back here, but let me add everybody to late stage. Okay. All right. So, I just want to say, final thoughts. I appreciate everybody for coming up here and joining me. Nick Tri-State, Brother Wiley, Twan Don, my big cuz Tone. All right, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all go and check out the 704 Charlotte Bound show with Twan, Aries, Poppin, Nick, and what's the other guy's name? Twan. Edge. Okay, yes. Yeah. Make sure y'all go over there and check them out. Also, if y'all didn't see on the channel this week, Brother Wiley, he is up with the Panthers Germany podcast, but his morning shows will also be broadcast on the Armchair GMCJ channel as well. So what I ask for y'all to do, okay, if no matter where you're watching that, but especially if you're watching over here on my channel and you're not subscribed to Panthers Germany podcast, please make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to Wiley and his morning show. This brother gets up early in the morning and he brings his stats, his figures, and his opinions, and it's definitely must see YouTube TV. All right.
I want to say something positive.
Shout out Wiley.
I want to say something positive about that, man. Shout out to Wiley.
Yes, sir.
And Wiley, I don't gotta say nothing. I'm just gonna say You know what I'm saying? And shout out to CJ and Tone, man. Y'all getting a good guy.
Appreciate you.
Y'all getting a good guy, man. You know what I'm saying? With a good heart. And he wants to do this podcasting thing the way it was intended to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
shout out to both of y'all, man. That's a great pickup,
Appreciate
man. And Wiley, do your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And don't look back. Do your thing, bro.
And let me just say this. This wildest show. I'm just trying to help spread the word, y'all. Trying to help spread the love and the gospel.
and I'm a free agent. I ain't got nothing to do with this. That's CJ.
Yo,
he said I stay neutral.
I'm for the streets right now.
He said I'm for the streets. Yo, Tony, you stupid.
Hey, look, I want to tell Tony I'm proud of him too, but I have to tell him why off the behind the scenes.
After the show.
Hey, yes. Also, Lord, 31-30 Texas A&M is up with 7.
Yeah.
Marcel Reed.
They're currently driving down the field.
That's hey man, that's the next Jaden Daniels. As far as I'm concerned, I see Jaden Daniels when I watch him play.
They had the 15, man. That's crazy.
Hey, Tri-State, he got to put some weight on though, bro.
Yeah, just like Jaden. They both like toothpicks out there.
Yeah, you gonna get your ask Jaden.
Tom 34, what's going on with you?
Some weight for sure.
All right. Cool beans, everybody. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Again, thank y'all for hanging with us. It's all been about 3 hours. Okay. Ooh, time fly when you're having fun. But I thank everybody for joining. Okay, and like I always say, on your way out, if you haven't, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for all the members to Armchair GMCJ channel. Like I always say, whether you are re-up every month or you're gifted a membership, I appreciate all the love and support. Okay. So as always, Panther Nation, I'm gonna leave y'all with 3 things. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man.